Oh, afternoon chat. Sorry I'm a bit late. I was out of the shops. Finish. But games are starting soon though. Hold on, let me find it. Does anyone know if we're on the tube as well? Or if it's Twitch and Bob? I actually have zero idea when this is being streamed, which in reality is on me. Just got Noti. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Icekeeper. Glad one of us knows how to do our job. Oh, we got time. All right, let's make sure everything is correct. Let's make sure you guys can hear. Let's make sure YouTube is live. Shout out YouTube. Just got the Noti from YouTube. I just type in ESL Overwatch.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. حياكم الله جميعا أعزائنا الحضور ومشاهدينا الكرام في كل مكان، وأسعد الله أوقاتكم بكل خير. ورجعنا لكم بليلة مميزة وبطولة استثنائية للعبة نتكلم عن تحدي ESL السعودي محدثكم ومثل ما شفنا أيضا في الأيام الماضية شفنا تحديات جميع اللاعبين وجميع الفرق يقدرون انهم يتواجهون في بطولة في الأونلاين تحديدا.
Do I have a clean feet? I've just walked to and from the shop, so my feet are quite sweaty. Sweaty? Nah, I think we're just going to be over the Saudi casters today. That's okay. Shout out Max as well. Appreciate the raid. Reruns into live content. Can you imagine such a thing?
بنشوف مين اللي بيكون البطل في هذه الليلة، فنتمنى كل التوفيق لكل اللاعبين ولكل الفرق.
Let me make sure I've got everything up, and then let me show you guys what I'm looking at.
والفرق والكثير من الأشياء اللي في هذه البطولة تحديدا، فكل هذه التفاصيل بتكون عند إخواني في الاستديو التحليلي.
Going to get an intro graphic, so let me show you. Oh wait, let me show you where we are. Not that one. This one. So yeah, let me explain what's happening right now. So there is just a standalone tournament called the ESL Challenge League, the ESL Saudi Challenge, number 2. And number 2, this is the important one, because this one, the winner of this tournament qualifies to the Last Chance Qualifier. If you don't know what the Last Chance Qualifier is, it is a tournament held before the Esports World Cup, where the winner of the Last Chance Qualifier qualifies and takes the final spot at the Esports World Cup itself. Hey Tio, Tiole, Tiolel, Tio works. So that's why this tournament is probably getting more attention, and probably also why we see so many big teams in it. We're on the final day of it, so a lot of this double in bracket has happened already. A couple of notable results: Team Vision beating Qadsiah in the upper brackets. I think, if I remember right, Qadsiah had QLM in as well. So bear with me, Kizzy. We'll get to that because it's a little bit confusing, but I think I know how it works. But this was QLM was in for this and all of this. It should be said, I'm pretty sure it's minimum two Saudi players, which means we might see some slightly different versions. So maybe I'm pretty sure Hacker will play, or either Hacker or QLM will play for Alcad. Then where we are now, Qadsiah have done the lower bracket sweep, lower bracket final. Now be our first game today, Vision against Qadsiah. And then the winner of that game plays a best of 7 against Twisted Minds, who are waiting for them in the grand final. Oh yeah, Lubzer and Zero will be enough. You're right, actually. Like, yeah, I actually miscounted for Saudis. So yeah, actually, we'll see a full strength Qadsiah and a full strength TM actually, because they can just run Quartz and then KSA or TVNT. We saw them both play in OWCS, so works out really fine. So, all right, let me take. I need a fresh can for this. So, I think there's 2 ways it can work, right? So, let's say, for the sake of argument, Twisted Minds win this tournament and secure themselves a spot in the Last Chance Qualifier. But then, let's say TM win OWCS as well, Stage 2. If you win OWCS Stage 2, you come top 3 in EMEA, you automatically qualify to the Esports World Cup. So you don't go even to the Last Chance Qualifier, straight to the main tournament. So if that happens and TM, say, win both tournaments, then I think what happens is TM take their direct qualification from OWCS, and then the Last Chance Qualifier spot from this tournament will go to the next team below them. If that makes sense. Thank you, Kari. Kahi? I always say it wrong. I hope you guys are doing well in your league. I don't know if you played again since the last time I saw you, but yeah. No surprise there, C-Tones. You love the undesirables? I think a lot of people do. So yeah, so let's say you qualify for the Esports World Cup directly in OWCS, then the last chance qualifier spot you have from this tournament will just go to whoever finished second. Obviously, there's a pretty reasonable situation where Qadsiah could come second. Let's say Qadsiah are here, but then Qadsiah and TM, they both get top 3 in OWCS, and therefore both go directly to the Esports World Cup. Then I think it bumps down again, at which point Vision Esports could be gifted that last chance qualifier spot, almost regardless of where they go through today. If it goes the other way, so let's say another scenario, right? TM win this tournament in this example as well. They get the last chance qualifier spot. And then in OWCS, TM finish 4th and get a last chance qualifier spot through OWCS. So they've won the spot twice, basically. They don't need 2 spots. They'll keep for one. I don't know for sure, but this is how I presume it will happen. I think it makes the most sense. Is they will keep their last chance qualifier spot that they already got through the ESL Saudi Challenge, and then it will go down to the next place team in OWCS. So it could shift both ways depending on the results, but so it's a little bit confusing, but hopefully that makes sense for people.
فيجن ايسبورت لكن فيجن برضه حالتهم النفسيه اشوف افضل اعلانات مع اللاعب الجديد واكيد انه كان لعب معهم لكن الان داخلين على قولتهم شيء احلى.
So yeah, I'll take all questions because I know it's a bit confusing. Violet plays in this as well. Yeah, if you don't know the Vision, obviously TM and Qadsiah, I imagine a lot of people are familiar with. The Team Vision team is quite big because this team also competes in Face It Masters. But the team they've been running in this tournament has been AMDP, Slowdive, Choi, Donghun, and Violet. So a 5 Korean team. They have Alba and 1 available. We've not seen them use 1 in this tournament. Alba is available mainly to feature in, and same with Tama. Alba and Tama mainly feature in their Face It Masters team. So thank you, Skeng. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm hoping for a good day of action because I think all these teams, like the Triple Korean Vision, we've seen as well, like they've taken series off Qadsiah before in this tournament. I think it's like it's really up for grabs today. Is that too many Korean imports for Esports World Cup? Yes, but not for this tournament. It all gets a little bit messy. Because obviously they can qualify using 3 Korean players, but then once they go to the last chance qualifier, presumption is they're going to have to then meet the import restrictions of the tournament, meaning one of Donghun, Violet, and Choi will have to step out. Presumably it'll be Alba coming in and Donghun not being submitted on that roster. So in theory, Genji could get into last chance qualifier by yeah. I mean, it all depends how it shapes up, right? But yeah, it means there's basically like an extra spot at the last chance qualifier. Here he is, Team Vision. The man himself, Violet. There are the Koreans. Where are the rest of the boys? Here they are. Wait, there's still one more. There we go. There we go. This is LAN? Yeah, LAN. So, very exciting, actually. I think we're going to get a good quality of matches today. How safe is it that EMEA gets a last chance qualifier spot? So, there's what we know and what the whispers, I guess. Thanks for the boost on YouTube chat. Oh, okay. Useful information from Abdul. It says, Junkbuck is not attending this tournament according to the commentary. Okay, interesting. Last time I spoke to Junkbuck before Stage 2, he was in America still. So I'm guessing he's still there. Thank you, Teft, as well, for the 3 months. Thank you very much. Sorry, Fargo asked, how safe is it that EMEA gets a last chance qualifier spot? So there's what we do know and what we don't know. What we do know is there's going to be a last chance qualifier tournament that has a grand prize, 1 single spot to the Esports World Cup itself. Okay. What we don't know is how many teams are going to be there. I think guaranteed we at least get 1 Korean team, 1 EMEA team, one North American team. This is from the respective OWCS competitions. And probably a Pacific team, probably a Japanese team as well. But I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see more teams there. I don't know that for sure. This is just speculation. But I think this last chance qualifier might be a lot bigger than people expect. 2 games today, yeah. So we got the lower bracket final, and then we got the grand final right afterwards. Grand final is best of 7. Yeah, Junkbuck's American Korean, so he actually lives in. I think if I'm not 100%, but I think he actually lives in America more than anywhere else. Surely Korean team just wins the last chance qualifier then? No? Yes. Yes would be the assumption. I think, obviously, whatever happens on the day, happens on the day. But whichever Korean team ends up going to the last chance qualifier, because remember, so Crazy Raccoon already qualified, top 2 from Korean playoffs go, and then the 4th place team at least, maybe even more, go as well. Which means, realistically, it's going to be like, it could be any one of T1, Falcon, Zeta, AG, right? So you'd have to make whichever one of those 4 teams go, they're going to be favourites for the tournament. So last chance qualifier most likely will just be another spot for Korea. Is there no restriction in this specific tournament? It's messy, right? I don't like it, but it's messy because in this tournament you still have to have at least 2 Saudi players, but then the rest can be imports. So while in OWCS we treat imports as if you're not from the region you're competing in. So if you're not from EMEA, you are an import. Because this is a Saudi tournament, it's minimum 2. It's if you're an import if you're not Saudi. So there's an import limit 3, but that includes anyone. So in this case, Landon is an import, for example, in this tournament. Is that a Saudi twin of me? Yes. Yes. We were separated at birth and we've had very different upbringings, but we're related by blood, yeah. Yeah, TM are waiting in the final. Landon is a bad example, true, because Landon is an import in both situations. Yeah, you're right. Kellex is a better example. Oh, we got. Can you see it at the bottom? Yeah, we're getting translations of the interview as well. Forgetting Landon isn't European.
بعدين حولت اللعب للبي سي ومن هناك بدت الرحله. بديت اللعب 2016 مع عيال عمي ولين تقريبا سنه 2021 بديت اخذها كاحتراف. التحدي الاكبر اللي واجهته في البدايه وتغلبنا عليه هو كان دبليو سي ستيج 1. كان الفريق جديد والبطوله باقي لها يوم يعني يتقفل التسجيل.
I've not seen the whole conversation, but what was also true last year is Esports World Cup was a totally separate tournament. It wasn't part of the OWCS circuit. And this time, OWCS is... Esports World Cup is part of the OWCS circuit. He started in 2021. Fuck.
من تقريبا سنة 2024 بعد ما جبت المركز الرابع في الدوري السعودي. شكل بطريقة طبيعية كأي نادي يعني. بخصوص الكيمستري ما كان عندنا كيمستري الصراحة.
Everyone's doing the math. Is everyone doing the math and realizing how old they are? Welcome to my world. Can I set it up a bit? I sure can, yeah.
والحمد لله بالاخير تخطينا الكوميونيكيشن المشكله وامور تمام. كانت المشكله في الميد جيم بعض الكل ما يفهم بسبب اللغه، بس مع الوقت بدا التناغم يصير ونفهم بعض. التدريبات والبراكتس. اللحظة المميزة اللي علقة مخي بخصوص التورنمنت هي تأهل ستيج 1 أو WCS. كان صراحة يعني جهد مبذول كثرة بدون سكريمات بدون براكتس بدون أي شيء. لحظة عالقة في ذهني لما فزنا 2024 على توستد مايند في الدوري السعودي.
صراحة يعني الكثير.
I guess so, Herman. Yeah.
الحين يضمن لك مقعد لبطولة LCQ حقت CWC، فشيء كبير صراحة جدا، وراح نبذل قصارى جهدنا بإذن الله.
That's not the citizenship test. Nothing wrong with beans on toast.
بالذات انه يخليك تتأهل للشانس كواليفاي، فالبطولة مرة تعنينا الكثير، وإن شاء الله يمدينا نتأهل منها لكأس العالم.
الصراحة ندعم بعض بالمباريات أو البطولات يعني بهداوة، ويكون يعني كلنا متفاهمين الوضع وبدون يعني.
Why watching ESL? Where's EMEA? Saturday and Sunday only for IWCS.
يعني باقي الجيم ما خلص أو باقي المباراة ما انتهت.
ندعم بعض بس بدون ما يكون طريقة توكسيك، ندعم بعض بالطريقة الصح، الطريقة هذه.
What am I having for dinner?
والله بعد صراحة بنشوف، يعني أنا أمل.
Let's see what's on the food plan. My fiance's making dinner tonight.
أنا أشوف نفسي إني.
Whoa! Thank you, Walagug.
Champions أو شيء زي كذا.
Walagug, my number one supporter on YouTube chat. Nice.
أشوف إن بطولة ESL بداية لشيء كبير، بحكم إن نفس ما قلت تضمن مقعد.
Pork medallions for dinner tonight.
حاب أقول للجمهور والله يعطيكم العافية على الحضور والدعم.
خلوكم معنا وإن شاء الله تشوفونا في مسيرات أبعد. Always Vision.
مقابلة جدا جميلة لتيم فيجن اي
Yeah, we got some flavored ones in the
على
fridge, but I can't remember
لأهم التحديات اللي واجهت الفريق أيمن ببداية سنة 2025، وأكيد أنت عندك أشياء ممكن تضيفها على هذا الانترفيو.
I'm sure it'll be nice either way.
زي ما شفنا يعني
maybe just that with some mash, some salad, something like that.
كيف ممكن تكون هي أحد العوائق الكبرى اللي عندهم بالفريق.
Who's the better cook in the household? It's like, this is going to be such a political answer, but I'm better at like the big dishes, but my missus is the better day-to-day cook. So if it's like we're making a lasagna to host, or we're making like a, you know, we're hosting, we've got to cook loads of stuff, I'm better at that, but day to day, my fiance is better. You don't get fantasy points for this now. Woke. Yeah, wedding is next week. It is 1 week and a day away. 1 week and a day. Thank you. Yeah, I think we're almost ready. This next week is going to be busy, but all the big stuff is in place. But all the big stuff is in place. It's just loads of small little bits, you know, small little bits. Yeah, so I'll be away. So I'll do all of this weekend, all Saturday, all Sunday, all the AWCS, all of this tournament we're watching right now. And then I'll be away basically from the end of that games on Sunday night. So I miss the seeding and last chance qualifier. I'll miss from Korea. I'll miss weeks 4, 5, and 6 of EMEA and North America, like the end of the regular season. But then I'm back from honeymoon just in time for playoffs. So I'll maybe be a little bit out of a loop and have some catching up to do. But we'll be back for when it matters. So it's lined up not too badly, honestly.
جربت اللعبة حبيتها، بعدها بكم سنة حاولت بي سي وبديت أكون لاعب محترف. أنا صراحة
Yeah, so we're doing wedding next week and then I'm on honeymoon as well.
زي أي لعبة، وخالي وقتها علمني على لعبة اوفرواتش ومن وقتها
My wife and I just got a shit haircut. Should I shave all and do a you? Yeah, nothing wrong with a shaved head. My wife and I are the same with cooking. 1 or 2 pans, she's good. Juggling 5 dishes and finishing them all at the same time makes her brain short circuit. Yeah, like I don't know what it is, because the good example is when we do Christmas, quite often or like a few times we've hosted like all of my family, and my family is quite big. I've got 3 sisters who all have bloody partners. So it's like when we cook just for the family, it's my 2 parents, my 3 sisters, their 3 partners, plus the 2 of us, so it's 10 people. But that roast dinner, no problem. Did it last Christmas? Soloed it. Unironically soloed it. No help, peeling, anything like that. 1-man band did it. That is my wheelhouse. But in terms of like getting just like a meal for 2 or like a day-to-day cooking, that's still really nice. She's better at that for sure.
حسيت انه ممكن يوم من الايام اصير يعني لاعب كبير ان شاء الله. شكل الفريق كانوا الاساسيين فقط انا وقلم وهاكو، بس قلم جتها بعته برا السعوديه وكان صعب يقدر يلعب، فجبنا لبده كهيت سكان والحمد لله الان يلعب كل شيء. وله الله واكاي جاب الاجانب.
I'm glad, Tom.
طبعا كنت
I'm glad.
ما كنت ولا سكريم حاطين ولا سكريم مسكهم تبي بك يوميا ما فوز ولا سكريم.
I read the first half and I said I'm glad, and then I read the other half.
لعبناها سوا وزي ما تعرفون جبنا الثاني كنا بنفوز على بيت.
How do I rate Ziad compared to Vesla and KSA? He's right up in there. I think stage 1, we saw Ziad play mostly Diva, a couple of other heroes, and it felt a bit like, well, he's clearly good at this hero, but is he a bit one-tricky, you know? Is he going to start faltering on these other heroes? But honestly, every test, every hero he's been asked to perform on, Hazard, can I get rid of this grey bar at the bottom of the screen? Let me see. What is it from?
احاول العب باكستا اتدرب افكر باي شيء ثاني اهم شيء اني ما افكر في الجيم اول ما يبدا الجيم ما احس بضغط صراحه لاني ما فكرت في الجيم التفكير للجيم يعني يرهق.
Why is it keeping these grey bars? Is this new?
يعني اي فريق صراحه من وجهه نظري.
But sorry, to finish my thought about Ziad while I play around with these bars. I think he's met every test, right? He looked great on Arista so far this stage, so I think he's right up to.
Just put a note on the chair with chat on it, and we'll be satisfied.
Not a problem, Mila, at being there for you. Zoom out of a page.
الصراحه
I zoomed in.
البطولات يفرق عن السكريمات، والسكريمات ممكن الواحد يكون عصبي شوي، واحد يكون مثلا ما له خلق يلعب، عادي الاغلاط وارده، لكن في البطولات اذا احد غلط يعني
It still kept the bars.
ليش غلط.
But yeah, I think Ziad is right up there with everyone now.
يعني بتبدل المره الجايه.
It's still got this bar on the side though.
يب فعلا السكريمات ممكن يكون الواحد عصبي.
Wait, does that fix it?
لكن وقت البطوله مثلا لما نكون خسرانين ولا شيء يكون عندنا بريك.
I found.
والله ليش قاعد نخسر؟ وش الخطا هذا؟ نتفاهم مع بعض.
Alright, 90% no good, 80% is good.
اول شيء شكرا على دعمكم وباذن الله نشرفكم يا جمهور القادسيه وباذن الله نحقق بطوله ESL.
Alright. Nice.
اول شيء شكرا على دعمكم باذن الله.
Thanks, chat.
يا جمهور القادسيه.
Yeah, no problem, Mila. I'm sure there'll be a spare seat somewhere.
او اللي تكون على تويتش او المنصات الثانيه باذن الله راح نشرفكم ونفوز بالبطوله.
ورجعنا لكم من جديد، مقابلة جدا لطيفة مع تيم القادسية، لكن النقطة اللي حكاها انه المدرب لكن اليوم المدرب مو موجود.
فعلا المدرب.
Do you have any affiliation with Romani's South American Face It League team? Factor X. No, I don't, Angel of Facts. No. The only team I have an affiliation with is, of course, Space Station Gaming. The logo's on screen right now, but it pops up down there. And of course, OWCX Heart Chain.
يواجه مضرب الكوتش مشكلة، فهذا الشيء ممكن يكون مو اتكال كلي. عندنا الآن مباراة وعندنا خرائط.
No, Kellex is going to play. Kellex is going to play. It's minimum 2 Saudi players each roster needs, which means Ziad and Lubda cover it for Qadsiah, and then for TM, KSA and TVNT, whichever tank they use covers one. Quartz will cover the other one, and obviously they can still see Ubian as well. Yeah, Vision Esports versus... I should put the predictions up, shouldn't I, out of respect? So Vision Esports... Oh, sorry, Team Vision I should call them. I always get confused by the teams of the esports. But Team Vision versus Qadsiah is our first game. Earlier on in the upper bracket, it was actually Team Vision who 3-1'd Qadsiah, but that wasn't a full strength Qadsiah, and there's caveats, there's asterisks and stuff next to it. We're going to Oasis first. It's going to be an Orisa and a Simban. Interesting that Qadsiah want to take the Orisa out of this one. Maybe just lean into playing Diva or Hazard. Probably Diva if I had to guess. Simban on the other side makes a lot of sense for Vision. That's a powerful one to use against Qadsiah because they love that bloody Sim. And their Sim Diva comps where they just solo TP Ziad in onto the backline and allow Checkmate to take over on the Sim. Very powerful. Banned out on his first map, but I'm sure we're going to see it as we go through this series here. So, best of 5 for this one.
جدا مميزين فيه القادسية، فازوا فيه على توسد بالOWCS، فازوا برضه على فيرتس ما خاب ظني بماب اويسس.
فازوا. Two starting power, two in the starting roster.
Let's see على قولتهم، لكن ما ودي ادخل معك في موضوع النتائج، لكن هل زي ما شفنا اللاعب يقول 3-0 ممكن توصل 3-0 او ممكن نشوف تعادل في المستوى، يعني لو عطنا شيء تقريبي.
انا بعطي توقعي وبشوف صدق خلينا نبدا معك.
So yeah, sorry, for the not full strength I was talking about this series here, and I think QLM was in as well. Maybe I don't know if the Face It page will confirm the roster for me. No, it's not got the right rosters at all for either team. But I'm pretty sure if I remember right, QLM was playing for that. And maybe Haku as well. Just QLM was it? Okay. What's for reach, DD? Give me the numbers, give me the stats. Yeah, one thing that's worth noting as well, as we go into this first map here, Oasis, is Donghun's on this team as well, so Violet is actually going to be playing all the flex support heroes. Back to his roots here on this one. Donghun is a main support player. Brig is probably his best hero, one he's known for. He played on a team with Top Dragon called a one-man army back in OWCS EMEA last year. So, alright, I'll get that closed. And let's get into this, shall we? So, D.Va is for choice here from both teams. AMDP, very young tank player, very much has the classic KSA-esque hero pool that all the tanks coming out of Saudi Arabia seem to follow in his footsteps. Going to be Tracer Sombra. Am I on full? I think I am on full quality. It's not the greatest, we can make it work. So it's going to be Kiri Lucio versus Juno Brig as well. Early hack comes through, but Landon Suzu's that. So I've got no Suzu for a second, but he is okay at the back of the map. Now we're going to try and walk forward. It is a bit of Sombra pressure behind. Early pause. All right. Catch a breath. Hey, Cinnabar.
صالح يعني احنا قاعدين نشوف انه فريق القادسيه وايضا فريق فيجن اي سبورتس يعني كانوا قاعدين يلعبوا بتشكيلات مختلفه تماما عن بعضها بينما يعني حتى كمان
looks like a headset problem on the side of Vision. I think is that AMDP in the middle.
من فريق القادسيه
صراحه فريق فيجن عندهم جراءه انهم يلعبون بهذه التشكيله. خلينا نقول ان التشكيله نوعا ما راح تكون شوي صعبه يحتاج لها تايمينج يحتاج لها
Alright, admin's away from him, so it seems like everything's okay. So we might be getting a quick unpause here as well. Is there an English broadcast? You're watching it. Alright, straight back into this one as well. No, slow dive will be the hit scan. They're on Tracer Sombra now, but when hit scan is called for, they will be on that. But we're actually starting Tracer Sombra here. So the idea will very much be to take Lubta out of the game. But they've already given the first flip here, and Lubta's got a pick onto the high ground. Full pocket coming through. He's awfully low. Choi can actually turn that kill though, so they can keep fighting this, but Ziad's trading in the backline. Ziad's looking for more as well. Pressure onto that, gets the DMEC onto AMDP. And now convert the first fight there. So, don't know how much of that was really down to the pause and AMDP not having full audio or proper audio for that fight. Probably part of the reason they gave the flip so easily. So a bit of a painful one on City Centre because this point is so hard to flip back in your favour. But as we get to the ult portion of the fight, they're all going to come up midway through this fight. And you got to remember the Ray, the Rally, these are normally more powerful than the Kitsune Rush beat. Not always straightforward, but on paper, they're better. Lubta's going to be camping this high ground position. Kellex and Landon up there with him full pocket. Remember, the name of the game for Team Vision is to take Lubta out of the game. If Lubta gets time and space, he will be able to take over. You see there, look, the pressure of the Matrix comes through, but it's not enough. Checkmate with an important trade, and AMDP does die for that pressure onto Lubta. Now with the D.Va advantage, Ziad has a chance to take over. Slow Dive still trying to play into the back, but they have been repelled here. And even without Lubta, they managed to trade out the kills. That's the other side of this, right? If they can't keep Lubta alive, Qadsiah, they have to make sure that when Team Vision make these aggressive moves, they are punished for it. Okay, you can kill our Freya, but we're going to demech. We're going to kill your support, something like that. Checkmate's Pulse Bomb helps a lot there. Now we're going to get the big ult fight for real here. Starting on the high ground, same starting formation. It's going to be a Kitsune Rush early from Landon. Ray in response from Violet right now. Pressure from Lubta, but he can't connect the bolts. Ziad has got a kill during all of that. EMP over the top from Choi. Doesn't really find all that much. And they're just going to delete him. This is a wash right now. 8 on the pulse bomb from Ziad coming through as well. Big ult fight, but it barely even starts. Donghun's not going to get rallied before this ends. Did Landon Suzu that? Because no, I swear no one got hit by the EMP. Get a quick cheeky replay on this. Oh, I think it only hits Kellex. Yeah, it only hits Oh wait, that's a manual hack. That's beforehand. Yeah, it's dodged. I can't see exactly what happens, but no one gets EMP'd either way. Yeah, with the Kelex's hack, I think, was just left over from the normal hack beforehand. So it was a 0-man in the end. I skipped the land banter. Kelex giving him the ear. Alright, early success both on and off the server for Qadsiah. Vision are going to be starting on the Ramatra comp here. Tracer and Sojourn, this should feel a little bit better for Slowdive. Bit of a non-entity on Tracer on that previous map. But Sojourn, hit scan, click it on heads. That's where Slowdive really excels. Going to be Tracer, Freya again. You see a really similar setup. Qadsiah have gotten this high ground for Lubda. And they want him to try and take over a little bit here. It's hard for Vision to consistently challenge that high ground with a Ram Tracer. They're just trying to clear the front line here. Pushing forwards the back line, trying to clear this D.Va out. Ziad made an aggressive move, but Ziad's chased really far here. When Ziad chases this deep where he died just here, he's completely out of Lubda's line of sight. You saw Lubda moving forward trying to find that. But really, I think Ziad too deep on that one. He's going to make the immediate swap onto Ramatra, so we'll get a mirror from this point. And really, Ziad, I mean, he swaps off the D.Va now, so it doesn't matter. But when he's playing that D.Va role, he does want to hit and pressure backline, but he needs to do it in vision. When checkmate's ready, when Lubda has a bit of an angle. Instead, they're just going to take the Ram mirror now. So expect this to now be a little bit more front and back about trading cooldowns. Looks like they still want this high ground position for Lubda. Tracer is marking it right now, but Kelex is with Lubda if they want to challenge that, but we'll just be making his way through main. Take aim shot onto Violet, forces him back, looking for a little bit more. Bowler out from Lubda as well, but doesn't find all that much. Rams are trading forms on point, but you can see already Choi has a bit of a back angle here to try and put Ziad under more pressure, but it's AMDP who's lost that ultra of that HP trade. Now more pressure onto him. AMDP's on life support, but Choi in the back, he finds the kill. All this goes on. Rally comes through from Donghyun. They can keep pushing back right now. Lantern has the Kitsune rush, but he's also low. Does he have a time to use it? He's behind him. He drops it now, but they've lost Kelex. Now the Ray over the top from Violet, and two support ults beat one, and Vision are going to sweep that fight. Checkmate runs for his life. 2 in a row for Team Vision now. They did have to burn both support ults for that, of course. Worth noting that actually Ziad has caught up on Annihilation Charge despite starting on a different hero than AMDP. So it'll be 2 Annihilations in this next fight. Kelex much closer to beat. Team Vision here going to rely on their DPS ults more than anything. All eyes on Slowdive to carry this fight. They need Checkmate, Kelex, whoever can get close to him to shut him down. Slowdive, oh, Checkmate's already there! Off screen behind us, Checkmate, Slowdive's gonna have no chance to use this overclock. A super important kill, and AMDP, he can't find anything to fight on point. They've just swept everything else. Blink and you miss it. Pulse Bomb to try and find a trade, but can't get anything done from Choi. And a very easy retake for Qadsiah there. Checkmate with a crazy opening pick. And all of a sudden, straight back into this one. Didn't have to use the Annihilation, didn't have to use the beat. Can keep hold of these ults for the next fight. Now, all of a sudden, Slowdive can still start with Overclock, but it's much harder to use the Overclock on the retake. Because you have to walk through these chokes where they can beat on you, they can press Annihilation. Pulse Bomb behind is good from Checkmate again, who will not leave this backline alone. Time, couple of times in a row now, they've just been carved open from the back by Checkers. And a free fight for Qadsiah, a chance to get a little bit closer to this Kitsune rush, and they are making this walk up an absolute nightmare for Team Vision. Lubda's going to swing out with the bowler as well, goes for it, gets a bit of splash damage, Slowdive shut down, still can't use this overclock. Ziad's gone in deep, they found 2 kills. Ziad doesn't want to use the Annihilation there. Could have popped it to save his life, but instead wants to save it for future fights. Trusting his team to close out the 4v3 in his favour. 4v3 is now a 3v2, but Qadsiah is still good for it, even though they can't hold close anymore. They're going to pick Ziad up from spawn, as well as and regroup on point. Still have both of these ults. It's been slow going for Vision's backline building these ones. But you can see now Vision have a little bit more space to work with. This next fight is going to take place on the point. The Tracer is behind already. Dive in from Choi. Veras has an overclock in the front. Beat in response to that. They don't have the Annihilation. Remember, Ziad has Annihilation advantage here. Ziad wants to keep going at this point. He's dropped the Annihilation on the backline. The backline are trapped in the corner. Donghyun is solo. He pops for rally. He's in lots of trouble. Boop off the map. Kelex sends him. Welcome to EMEA. Off he goes. And that's just going to seal it. That big ult trade comes to naught. They nearly got Violet's Ray. But the boot from Kellex completely interrupts that. And now one final fight. They need to try and get the touch. Choice one is going to blink all the way through. Landon is coming back with Kellex to try and mark that. There's a Diva in main as well from AMDP. Now he can maybe play it. But this means the backline is in trouble. Violet's trying to hold this Ray. He's greeding it for the point. But AMDP's already been DMX'd. Near comes the Ray. They need kills. Donghyun with the whip shot kill. Choi has a pulse for Sombra's anchoring point. And then right back into this. The Ray from the front. Slowdive actually does so much on the Sombra. Gets the touch and the kill on Lugta. Kellex is still trying to battle away. Thank you, Lucy Drop OW, for the 7 months tier 1. But right back into this vision. One more touch for Qadsiah. Checkmate did spawn first, which will help. But they need to get through onto this point. They don't have a lot of great ults to back it up with. Donghyun is probably the closest to his ult with rallies. Ziad has to go deep, just get back. MTP is coming back on Malga as well. It's just going to be a scrap on this one. Into overtime. Checkmate has the pulse bomb, gets one more touch, trying to preserve his recall. Tanks are going to be back for both teams soon. Both Tracers have pulse bomb. Donghyun nearly has this rally as well, stalling it out for now. AMDP. Oh, the pulse is going to get onto Donghyun. The perfect kill from Checkmate every single time. Checkmate comes up. Third time he's just killed a backliner. Second pulse bomb he's hit. Unbelievable. And Checkmate's just saved this for him. It was an absolute scrap on this university, but Checkmate's just saved him there.
وأداء جدا رائع من فريق القادسية. بصراحة أنا قاعد أشوف شيء مرة حلو من فريق القادسية، وأيضا فريق فيجن إي سبورت كمان قدموا لنا أداء بالمقابل كان في مكافأة.
Hold on, sorry.
ما كان ذاك
الشيء. Wait, I think someone's at the door.
مكافأة واضحة منهم في الراوند الثاني، وكان في أخذ وعطا، وكان في أشياء مرة رائعة بصراحة يا صالح.
شوف صراحة فريق القادسية لعبوا بشكل كويس، في نفس الوقت أنا عندي عتب على فيجن بالذات. انه حسيت انه مو قاعدين يلعبون على صفحه واحده. اوكي انت قاعد تلعب كومب تريسر سومبرا، بمعنى انت راح تنتظر الافريقيا انه او عفوا الباك لاين حقك انه يكون جاهز. يعني نشوف ان البلاي اهم اللقطات، يعني نشوف ان استخدام الاوربت من فايلوت، بس دونغهان ما كان موجود معه. هنا السبليت الغريب اللي صار، شوف استخدام الام بي، طبعا لقطه بالسماوات اللاعبين الضحك او الشخصيات. صراحه الراوند الاول كان اكتساح. ما فيها 1 2 اكتساح كامل. انت كفيجن تسوي ريتيك وعندك 4 التيات وما قدرت تجيب لك واحد. انك ابدا ما انت
Her workmates. It was like her last day at work before the Mikashi's press. What I tell you this? Last day at work before the wedding, so they threw her like a Hindu. So she had like so many presents and a cake with her and everything like this. Right, Qadsiah, map number 1 winners.
فديفا راح تكون هي الخيار الامثل، وزياد فرق معنا باخر فايت، وحتى البوب اللي جاء الامدب بالحفره خلته يكون خارج 10 ثواني، ما قدر انه يسوي شيء. بس بالنهايه ما كنترولنا صراحه ما احكم عليه، ما اقدر اقول لك ان هذا لعب فيجن بهذا السيريس. عاد عندك مابات كثير، عندك هايبريد، عندك مابات البوش، عندك مابات كثير مره جدا.
An 8th Hindu is only a 4th Hindu. Yep, vows sorted, speech sorted, everything like that, all locked in, ready to go.
جدا رهيب، ولكن لاند نفس الشيء، بس ممكن يسحبونه في مابات زي روناسابي، مابات زي مثلا دورادو، تقدر تاخذ فيها افضليه هنا.
Alright, predictions going up for map 2.
زي ما احنا ذكرنا انه لسه هذا الماب الاول.
Let's hear the speech. No, you have to be at the wedding. Unter haircut booked? No, Unter's, I think he's having a, I don't know if he's having a haircut, but he's having like a shave maybe or something this week, but before he comes to us.
اختيار فريق فيجن اي سبورتس، ماني متاكد صراحه، ولكن اتوقع انه كان
اي من فيجن بند وسم. بما اني بند وسم غالبا صراحه ما ادري، مو منطقي.
No live stream. I'm not. The vows are just for my fiance. So if you've not got a ring from me, you're not getting the vows.
ولكن يعني انا بقول لك انه يعني في الاول في الاخير كذا فريق فيجن اي سبورتس.
Hi, Sugar Von Bron. What's attacker's advantage and is it real? Of course it's real. It's when you have the advantage when you're attacking.
في الجو ما خشوا على الاجواء، ما تعودوا على الاشياء، بس انه يعني اللي انا قاعد اشوفه انه من فريق فيجن اي سبورتس والله عندهم.
Did I miss anything in terms of player movement? Some people are saying is one coming in for Donghyun.
رائع جدا بصراحه من
yeah, AMDP on Vision.
الماب القادم حيبين معنا اكيد يعني الافضليه لمين، بالذات انه 1 دخل ما ادري ليش بس عندي احساس انه اللاعب 1 يمكن مايل لشخصيه
yeah, traveling for the wedding but not that far, like driving distance. Like Unta's arriving at mine Thursday, as well as another friend from Australia, and then we're all heading down to the wedding Friday morning. The ceremony's not till Saturday, but there's like certain bits we just have to set up and get ready, everything like that.
المسافات البعيدة اللي تقدر تلعب باب زن، تقدر تلعب باب انا فدائما لو تلاحظ اساسا بينات السبورت.
No, Punk's not coming to the wedding. When do the undesirables play? That's a question you can answer, Seatones. When is your next game?
من اسوء المابات اللوسيو، ما حد يلعب لوسيو بدل الماب الا اذا كانوا كل الفريقين يلعبون رش كومب او انهم بس وجود جونو اساسا ليش العب لوسيو بهذا الماب؟ جونو يفيدني على الاقل يقدر يبكت من بعيد يقدر مرة بعيد.
Hanson always reminds you of a kid from Malcolm in the Middle. Which one? Do you mean Dewey? I hope you mean Dewey, otherwise I'm the one who's assumed that. Okay, we're same page at least, we're same page. I see what you mean. Yeah, no one coachable during the wedding. It's not the guy's fault though. Chris and Hunter were down, but it was me who was too busy.
ولكن نرجع للنقطة الأساسية، دخول 1 بمعنى انك انت راح تروح ماب ينفع للدبل. وش المابات اللي موجود بالماب بول؟ عندك دورادو ينفع للدبل دبل فيكس اب.
No, they're going to coach their teams. Chris will be back in time for his match, and Hunter's going to have like we've got enough like accommodation. That Hunter, we've got enough space. That Hunter can have like a private room to coach the team Sunday night as well.
كويس. قاعد شو انت نلاحظ دبليو 1. الله يعزك يا دبليو 1. اتوقع ان ابو شمالي موجود عاد خلف بالواتش بارتي، فحتى هنا واصلين يا ابو.
What could you possibly be busy about? Alright, Nurch. When was the last time you organised a wedding, mate?
في الواتش بارتي تحية كبيرة لكم، وأيضا تحية كبيرة للجمهور العظيم اللي متواجدين في الستيج وأيضا خلف الشاشات. هذه تحية لكم مخصوصة مني أخوكم عبد الله فارسي.
Thanks Gubbins, the town crier.
ما أبغى تكنسل والله، ما أبغى هاشتاج.
مقلوبة يا أخوان،
مقلوبة. أيوة خلاص بس ممتاز كذا 10/10.
Thanks Sugar Brom.
فريق توستد مايندز بالكامل.
هذا طبعا
How will this affect Hunter's legacy? Positively, hopefully.
جميع روسترات توستد مايند اطلع معها في الصورة. ولكن فعليا ما بسيركت.
Who is going that you know besides Chris and Hunter? You guys might know Coleman. He mods in the chat. Poco and Backbone are going as well. All the London, or like all the core London guys were invited, but obviously lots of them have matches and therefore can't attend. But they're all invited, but unsurprisingly the two streamers can turn, all the streamers and the coaches can turn up, but all the players actually have something to do.
يقدرون ياخذون راحتهم مرة بشكل جدا كبير. شكميت وزياد بينهم تفاهم، وبانز نياته بعد يعتبر بان ذكي. انت حاليا راح تحد فريق فيرجينيا يلعبون. وش الخيارات عندهم؟ اوكي باب يعتبر خيار يعني نوعا ما.
Any tier 3 people invited? I don't know if I know any tier 3 people. That's gonna sound egotistical.
انك تلعب ليالي وانت مرتاح وبنفس الوقت.
But I mean it.
يلعبون ضد كراش كوم. معليش زياد الحين هو يقدر يقدمها بالدايف ديفا. انت بنتها مانكي ما راح يعقد.
You invite Poco, your poor bridesmaids. Poco's not single, mate.
عندك رش ما في الا رام، ماوجا هنا ما راح ينفع، كوين هنا ما راح تنفع، فما في الا رام، وريسا هنا تعتبر مره سيئه. لما تلعب ميرور سيجما ممكن هذا احد الخيارات.
I don't know if that's ruined anyone's plans, but Poco's not single.
هو قال اصلا انا كنت
You got COVID discount for my wedding but still burn my bank account? Yeah, don't worry, my bank account is burned. That's for sure. I read it occasionally, Thick Vision. Sometimes I'm a bit slower, but I normally get there. Thank you. How am I going to say this? Just Zik free? X-Zik free? Jacob with a gifted sub to mentally boomed. Thanks, Jacob. That's class.
أنا أتوقع القادسية عندهم الجرأة يسوونه. ما أدري.
لا تقول لي راين.
Poco's not single yet. Alright, Mrs. Ramatra has a plan. Nobody tell Mr. Ramatra. Coleman is the best man. You might have seen Coleman's modded for me. So you might have seen him occasionally, his name around. How many TFC people are going? Probably like 10.
عندك الثقة انك لو مثلا تصرت في هذا السيريس انك تسويها ضد تويستد مايند بالجراند فاينل يكون متوقع لو تسويها لان خلاص راح يتوقعون
I have a bank account. Yeah, maybe not after next weekend, but now yes. He's ruined your vocab. Now you just shout Le Poco Bomb. Yeah.
هذا الخيار. ليش احرق الان؟ ليش مع اني العب على ميرور يعني ماني بسيء.
No, I don't know
نشوف
flats.
إن بعد التغيير اللي صار.
All right, confirmation of the roster. One coming in here, so we're expecting double flex. Obviously, Violet has the flexibility to complement this quite nicely.
مختفي عن الأنظار. ولكن اختفاءه كان لأسباب أكيد إن
So if anyone, I don't know the full story with Mentally Boomed, but basically, obviously everyone knows Chris has been having a few poor results lately. So then Mentally Boomed at Chris in my Discord, just in one of the public channels, just to have a go at him, basically, you know, call him a shit coach, blah, 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 you know, fuck you, you know, I'm going to be the next Team UK coach, not you, you know, I'm just busy doing my work, you're here pissing about, blah, 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 you know, having a right old go at Chris. And then it transpires, today, Mentally Boomed has been fired from his Tier 3 team, so maybe I do know someone from Tier 3 after all. Mentally Boomed has been fired from his Tier 3 team for just being a fucking psycho, bullying all the players complained he got kicked off the team. Oh! So, obviously, if you've been in my Discord, you might have seen the whole saga unfold. But obviously, Chrissy doesn't miss a beat, does he? Chrissy remembers. It's on my starboard in my Discord now. Chrissy tags him back in Discord today. I'll read your message. Heard you got kicked from your Tier 3 team for being a psycho. Keep up the good work, mate.
بس ماب ثاني هذه نتكلم عن نقطة فاصلة بالسيريس إذا قدرت ترجع في هذا الماب راح تعدل النتيجة راح معنويات ترتفع راح ترجع راح نقول نقطة الصفر بس إذا خسرت بهذا
no clean feed unfortunately no.
راح تطلع من الجو بشكل جدا جدا
So yeah, feels like, you know, you can keep taking shots at Chris, but it seems like
ولكن ما في شيء مستحيل.
I think I know who won that exchange.
عندنا أحسن الأفريقيا اللي عندنا بالسعودية والتنافس بينهم جدا عالي بالذات إن فيجن بأول ظهور لهم بهذا الروستر 3 لعيبة تغيروا بشكل كامل دونغهان ودخول دونغ.
You cannot stand against Chris when someone does their career collapses. I mean, he's got a history, right? He's got a history.
خلينا نقول يسمونه انه جوت اوفر واتش، هم مو بيسمونه هو فعليا جوت اوفر واتش. ما شاء الله. اي حتى اللعيبه لما يطلعون مقابلات اذكر كانت صدمه. اي انك مين جوت اوفر واتش كذا سالهم مين جوت اوفر واتش.
Tier 4 drama. Chrissy elevates it now, Hadi, you know.
قاعد يمثل.
Is Nuki invited? No. I don't think I've spoken to Nuki since we stopped working at London.
جدا جدا رهيب.
خيالي جوي بشخصية تريسر حتى بجنجي بالشخصيتين الاثنين هذه كان أداؤه جدا خيالي وانا بصراحة يمكن اقول لك انه انا اتوقع عندي احساس طفيف انه ممكن حنشوف انه تشوي حيلعب بشخصية جنجي. هنا تحية للجمهور.
وش مربع
تحية للجمهور كبيرة.
A few TM scarves in the crowd. Very much hoping to see Psycho in his scarf later as well.
ايضا فريق القادسية كلهم متواجدين في الستيج عندنا وايضا تحية كبيرة كمان نسيت اوجهها
You get fooled every time someone says Nuki. Yeah. What's Prime League?
تركي في الديسكوست وايضا ايمو وكايوسي موجودين في التحليل. تحيه كبيره لك.
وانا مالي تحيه؟
انت معاي يا اخوي. انت معاي يا اخوي. وجهت لك تحيه من بدايه البث من بدايه التحليل. خلاص اي.
You gonna coach Team Australia? Surely Anta can get the coaching job this time, right?
انا عارف اعزائي المتابعين انه حاليا انه احنا نوعا ما تاخرنا. ما احنا جاهزين 100%.
I don't know, Booms. Just being told what I heard. Just repeating what I heard. All I'd say, Boomed, right? If you're so confident you're such a brilliant fucking coach, right? Let your results speak for themselves. Why are you all you seem to be interested in is just fucking piping up on Twitter? Your results can't speak for themselves? Can't get above a tier 3 team? Fuck me. Come on, mate. And then you're saying this? I'm pretty sure I trust my source as well. But even if you are right, you're cooked. And I don't think you are right, so you're even more cooked. Appreciate the first time message, though. Welcome to the stream.
بالنهاية كل شيء حاصل كل شيء وارد. تصير مشاكل بسيطة تقنية. أنت ما ودك إنك تبدأ الجيم وواحد عنده مشكلة بسيطة ممكن تأثر على جودة اللعب. فأكيد نتمنى التوفيق لكل الأفريقيا. عبد الله توقعاتك احنا ما أخذناها. يعني شفنا أول ماب.
يا أخي صعبة والله صعبة. يعني شوف بامانه امنيتي الفريقين الاثنين ينتهوا ب3-2 ناخذها على 5 مرات.
لا يعني خلينا نقول
انا بقول لك هذه
توقعاتك الصادقة.
انا بقول لك هذه امنياتي.
His contract expired. It was a Changoon situation. I see. I see.
فريق القادسيه قدام فريق فيجن اي سبورتس انه احنا يمكن داخلين السيريس حتنتهي يمكن 3-1 لصالح فريق القادسيه. ممكن فريق فيجن اي سبورتس بناء على الجيم الاول.
Appreciate the gargles for boomed. Yeah, there we go.
ما يهاجموني في تويتر يعني، وايضا جماهيرهم ما يهاجموني، ولكن
لا انت
يعني
انت توقعتك يا عبد الله هي بالنهايه.
لا ترى قاعد استهبل، ترى قاعد استهبل ترى يعني، ولكن زي ما قاعد اقول لك انه يعني بناء على الاداء اللي انا شفته من فريق فيجن اي سبورتس وايضا فريق القادسيه، يعني يمكن اقول لك والله مايل شويه لفريق القادسيه من ناحيه الاداء اللي احنا شفناه، بالذات انه يعني كانت في سوء استخدام التيات، بعض سوء استخدام الالتيات من فريق فيجن اي سبورتس، واكيد الشباب في الاستوديو التحليلي حيعطوكم تفاصيل اكثر عن هذه النقطه، ولكن انا بتكلم بشكل عام والتفاصيل حتكون
There you go. Turtle Hacks has a job for you. This is a chance of a comeback.
ما هو في افضل الحالات، ولكن اعزائي المتابعين تقريبا داخلين على الجيم القادم والماب الثاني.
Alright, we're getting confirmation of a second map now.
القادسيه حتى الان النتيجه 1-0 لصالح فريق القادسيه في ماب سيركت رويال. هذا الماب اللي شفنا فيه باندات كان
More job offers for boomed. There we go.
طبعا باند من فريق القادسيه.
A little type 1 if boomed as a client.
فريق فيجن اي سبورتس بباندات جدا ممتازه للفريقين الاثنين، وبسم الله الرحمن الرحيم داخلين نشوف.
Honestly, Boomed, mate, you're too sensitive about this. Appreciate the gift, Jacob, for Boomed. All the good coaches get fired, but none of the good coaches lie about getting fired.
ما ادري احس في جراءة صراحة. أوريسا بالماب بتلعب ضد سيجما.
He's not in chat. He's gone. Ah. Fuck.
اي شوف صراحة اني زياد في اخر أوريسا مرة كثير. بس تشكيلة فيجن على حسب.
Alright, if anyone remembers, we're actually only on map 2 of this series. It seemed to be a long time to get one in place for this double flex lineup, but he's here. We're on Circuit Royale. Bans to follow it. Team Vision with the Diva ban, trying to force a slower version of a comp. Al Qadsiah, we've seen a bunch of Ziad flex over to Orisa, and we're going to see more of it here. And AIM-DP actually just happy to take the mirror here. I should close for Preds before I forget. Now, starting on the high ground, look like they're just going to play in this back corner. This is where we see all the teams defend Circuit Royale from now, so I don't expect Al Qadsiah to commit to any of this. They're just going to play it slow at the choke, and then eventually force Team Vision to swing into this angle, where they're going to have the Farah up above at the choke, everyone else at the back line, and we're going to get a pause. Alright, brief respite.
لو نقدر نشوف انه في بوز بسيط نزل من احد اللاعبين او احد الافرقه يعني على بال ما يجهز، وحاليا قاعدين نتكلم يعني صالح ميرور ماتش 100% متطابق. قاعدين نتكلم أوريسا فرح
I hope everyone enjoyed that bit of action. Seems like the trouble is with one. He's pointing, he's gesturing at the monitor, so I think the monitor might be the problem.
شوف صراحة انك تلعب ميرور أوريسا ما ادري ما احس انه احسن.
Getting tired from so much gameplay. It's nice to have breaks, isn't it? Nice to have breaks.
ممكن شافوا انه بوجود فيا سيجما مو باحسن شيء، بالذات اني بدك تلعب ضده باكثر من انجل، يعني سيجما اساسا ايش كان يفضله ايش كان يميزه انك تفضله في هذه المابات انه كل الشخصيات اللي قدام
لايف investigative journalism
سكريه بوجودها تخلي سيجما يمشي يمديك تطلق من فوق شيلد اساسا، انه يحط الشيلد قدام يبلك الدمج، انت ما راح تبلك الدمج، اقوى دمج بالفريق انت مو قاعد تبلكه اللي هو فريا، فممكن شافوا هذا الخيار هو احسن انك تلعب أوريسا تحاول
only need 2 minimum Saudis for this tournament. So all the teams will be in the same boat, or have the same restrictions.
تقدم سبيس زي ما انت ذكرت، هذه وظيفتها الاساسيه. يمكن سيجما البلاي ستايل حقه مختلف، سيجما البلاي ستايل حقه انه لا والله انا ابغى ابلك لفريقي، استخدم الماتريكس، استخدم الشيلد عشان ابلك الدمج.
Gameplay so slow, I got distracted and started revising. They're doing this all for you 7 so you can lock in.
ولكن أوريسا عباره عن دفاع مفتوح.
Alright. A lot of people in the crowd here, you know what they're all doing on their phones? They're all playing Matchmasters right now. And if you want to play Matchmasters as well, obviously, go use Hunter's link. And you can go play these guys right now. They're not. I'm pretty sure they're playing Matchmasters.
شويه قد يكون خطير شويه وما
How Qadsiah seem fairly relaxed.
الفريقين الاثنين يعني
صراحه
Seems to be a full leaving of the PC to let the admins coming underneath here.
بس ما اعتقد انه راح يكون غلط، بالذات انك خلاص تلعب ميرور، يعني كلكم بتطيحون، اذا طحتوا تطيحون مع بعض كلكم بالهاويه خلينا نقول. لو انه كان مو بالخيار الاحسن، بس في خيار كويس صراحه. بس
Who's under the desk? It's the admin.
مره راح يتميزون في فريق فيجن اللي هو رام، يعني امدب ما اشوف انه يمكن احسن خيار.
You just match mastered against one of them so you can confirm? That's good.
لكن نشوف ان اللاعب اللي قاعد عنده مشكله هو لاعب 1 روله يعتبر حساس، يعني يتكلم عن سبورت ما تهيل.
Have I watched the rehearsal? What's the rehearsal?
حتى لو مدرب عنده مشكله يسوون باز حلو تعدي، وانا ما اسمع اللعيبه ليش. بس بالنهايه يا اخوان انا اتمنى انكم يعني تعذرونا على هذه الاشياء. بالنهايه احنا نبي اكيد.
It's a TV show? I've not watched it. Should I watch it? Is this a recommendation? Good show, Turlan says. Comedy documentary, a rom-com? Okay. Alright. I'll add it to a mental list. Not a rom-com. Was Turlan's right? Comedy documentary?
يعني كمان للتذكير دام انه عندنا وقت فراغ كافي، فكمان للتذكير للمتابعين ايضا ادعموا حسابات ESL اريبيا، لانهم الشباب الله يعطيهم العافيه اللي على حسابات ESL اريبيا حرفيا ما قصروا معانا ابدا، لا في السوشيال ميديا، وجوائز للجمهور، جوائز.
Did you see the new Turlan's gif? No.
الكل يا رجل، ما في احد حتى الافريقيا
I can skip season 1. That's such a red flag fix. Whenever I feel like that's a huge when someone says, "Oh, this show's great, mate." You just get to season 4, it's really good. So if I can just sacrifice all this time to get to season 2, season 4, whatever. The seasons aren't connected. Is it like what's an example? Like Fargo or True Detective or something. Oh. Wait, am I going down or are they going down? Am I going down? Can you still hear me? They are. Okay.
الجزء الثاني خلينا نقول.
Yeah, Fargo's really good. I'd watch all of Fargo's pretty good actually. I think I've watched, is it 5 seasons there are now? But all of those were good. I'd recommend them all. Fargo's similar as well, where it's like each season is sort of a standalone story.
يعني في الاول في الاخير انا ماني عارف بصراحه هل المشكله انحلت ولا لا، ولكن يبدو لي انه وين جالس على جهازه حاليا.
In Korea it's 1:45 AM, still can't sleep, but thank God for these matches. Well, might be really being put to the test now.
صراحة هم اليد الأكبر في هذا السيريس بحكم انهم انتصروا في أول ماب اويسس، يعطيك ريحية ان خلاص تدخل الماب الثاني.
Check my Discord. Where is it?
مرتاح حتى لو تعثرت فيه، رجعت لنقطة الصفر. فيجن اكيد ان عليهم الضغوطات بحكم ان هذا ثاني ظهور لهم في هذا الروستر، وكيف
I've been at it in general.
جدا.
Wait, can I get this on stream? Alright, what am I watching here? A Turlan's masterpiece?
سعيد مرة.
Oh, it's still loading.
قمة التنافس بين الافريقيا العربية.
Alright, Turlan's on Lucio here. I'm getting it frame by frame. Next slide. Next slide.
كان فريق توستد، واعتقد ان الكل يذكر كيف انه كان مره مسيطر بشكل مره كبير على كل البطولات. جاء فيجن كسر السلسله، صراحه انا كنت مره سعيد بذيك البطوله، مو بني سعيد انا ان تويست تعثر كثر، اني كنت سعيد انه جاء فريق وزاد التنافس بين الافريقيا بحيث انه يصير في خلينا نقول يرتفع مستوى التنافس يا عبد الله.
يا حاليا
This is the FPS Turlan's plays with.
ولكن على بال ما احنا نخلص كل شيء.
It looks like we had a beat and we didn't have a beat. I can tell you that much. It works just perfectly on Discord. I can see it fine on Discord. Turlan's just, he doesn't even get a single pixel into the beat. Thank you, Cubit Taranto, for the 16 months. There we go. Alright, it started working down here as well. Do we get a single frame of a beat here when Turlan's? Oh no.
اشياء كثيره، لكن مبدئيا ايش رايكم بالمباراه؟ لا حد يجامل، ايش رايكم بالمباراه بكل صدق؟
Oh, was it? He already beat it. Oh, okay. I thought he Ajaxed. I didn't even see the animation. But no, we've just... Everyone else is out of a beat, and he's just running into it. He thought Shields blocked a Rissa roll. No way he thought Shields blocked a Rissa roll. A Vega Jax.
واضح لكن ما بنرجع المباراة بيكون أحمس. ألو الشيخ حياك الله.
الله يبقيك.
اسمك كذا مالك أمر؟
معك المحلل العظيم هادي الأحمدي.
والله نعم.
You were joking? Oh yeah. You were joking, I see. All goes wrong and then you say you're joking.
أبي أسألك سؤال بسيط. ممكن حتى اللي ما يلعب اوفرواتش يعرف السؤال هذا. متى تم إعلان أو متى تم صدور لعبة اوفرواتش 1؟
على حد علم انها 2016 وفي نفس السنه قدرت انها تاخذ افضل لعبه في ذاك العام.
يا عيني والله يستاهل تحيه ما شاء لا 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 انت محنك انت يا عيني والله. طيب اوفرواتش 2؟
اوفرواتش 2 على اواخر اتوقع 22.
Nice try, Chrissy. I saw what you were going for.
22 لكن انا بسالك عن الشخصيات الان. والله في اسئله كثير دامك محنك يبي لك سؤال صعب جدا.
Talon's contract expired mid wall ride. Yeah.
كيركو كورية. لا يابانية.
ياباني ولا كوري؟
يابانية.
يا سلام عليك. لا
Feels like this break might be on the longer side here. Maybe we're gonna have to do a PC change or something.
ما شاء الله عليك. يبي لنا شخص ثاني. مين ينافسه؟ ايش دعوه ما في احد. يلا تعال سم بالله. مشجع تويستد بعد. ينتظرنا في الجراند فاينل. طب على بال تجي خلينا نشوف لنا كم سؤال. ولا في البداية خلينا نشوف حنكتك مبدئيا. هلا بالشيخ. هلا ومرحبا حياك. كأنك لاعب على هالطقم.
I don't know what they're saying either, but looks like they're just gonna do some fan interaction, which is normally a good sign, or not a good sign, but it's a strong sign that this break might be going on for a while. Feels like the problems with one's PC are clearly severe. You're being tested out, oh yeah, if you can stay up for this game. Yeah.
الريبر 8.
يا عيني والله مع ان ترى تدري كيس الورد ادري انك تسمعني كلهم قالوا صعبه اسئله صعبه ما راح يجاوب الى الان ولا سؤال غلط من الجمهور. تبين صدق اخرب عليك اخليك تقعد بدل تشوف المباراه اخليك تفكر بالسؤال. ابيك تعطيني.
Come on, guys, I need to sleep. I have a date in 5 hours. The fucker's out to get me personally. Done well there. Done well to shoehorn in the fact that you're going on a date, Turtle Hacks. Nice humble brag. Oh, this is so inconvenient because I've just got such a hot date lined up for her. Now I'm not going to be able to get enough sleep for it. They're asking fans some questions. Yeah, sorry, I'm yapping over it, but I think we're in filler time.
صوتها بنت يعني ما
currently 1-0 to Qadsiah.
تفاصيل تصدقون ان كيس الورد قال اعطى التفاصيل وفعلا اجابه صحيحه. اوريسا هي اصغر شخصيه في اللعبه عمرها سنه واحده. ومن اللي صنعها هذه لو جاوبت عليها صدق ما شاء الله عليك.
Just making some sticky toffee pudding are we?
هي اللي صنعت هذه الشخصيه. شكرا لك يعطيك العافيه. ما شاء الله عليكم انتم. شكرا لك والله ما قصرت. لا اطالب باسئله اصعب. مين يبي يطلع؟ ما زالت عندنا اسئله. تعال حياك تفضل. اصبر تعال شوي عشان اجهز كم سؤال صعب. اصبر. حلو جاوبنا على كم عدد طلقات الريبر وش اصغر شخصيه عمرا. هلا بالشيخ حياك يا مرحبا. كيف اسلم
ولا شيء
حياك تفضل اجل.
He keeps trying to grab the mic. It's not your microphone. It's not yours. Don't grab it. That's right. Hands behind your back.
اصغر شخصيه عمرا. انا بسالك الان عن
That's not for you.
شخصيه حجما. ترى السؤال ترك يا جماعه عشان ما حد يشخصن شوي. يقول اعرف وش الاجابه. لا
The interviewer is so quick getting it back now. He doesn't trust him. He's like, you're not going to get
يا
this.
ساتر. اجابه صحيحه.
Look at it. That's not for you.
وعلى اساس اني مجهز تلميحات بقول درث على طول جاوب.
I've got a bit drops. Are you guys still getting OWCS drops?
لا اكيد لا. اكيد.
انا بستلمه بعد المباراه اجل خلينا نرجع للاسئله القديمه.
Because I presume they would have turned them off.
اخر فعاليه.
You're still getting them? I'll put it in the title, yeah.
طيب.
All right.
لا تغش.
New drops, all things. New drops. It's in the title.
دقيقة.
I'll put the team names as well, because actually, Maybe that'll be alluring to people, right? Team Vision versus Qadsiah. Because imagine not as many people know what the ESL Saudi Challenge is off the top of their head.
Soldier 76.
يا سلام يا سلام.
Soldier 76 he said.
الآن ولا غلط. يعطيك العافية. شكرا لك. ما قصرت. لا محنكين حقين اوفرواتش. انا توقعتهم زي حقين روكيت لكن لا كلهم نفس بعض.
Might just be the regular Overwatch drops. Can I get a fact check?
بتكون عندنا فعاليات زيادة.
Any fact checkers here?
لكن خلونا نرجع الحين للمعلقين عشان ندخل الحماس ونخليكم على حماس كنا.
I don't want to lie to the good people. Watch to earn drops. Few details.
لك يا وجيه بس وجيه يعني لا شخصا كثير
Overwatch 2. OWCS Night Sky name card.
عندك ناس عظيمة.
Yes, I think I'm still getting them.
والله يعني بأمانة أنا غششت وجيه الأسئلة وبعض الأسئلة مو كلها. والله ما شاء الله تبارك الله يعني. أنتوا عارفين يا جماعة الخير يعني صالح أنت عارف أنا اللي كتبت سؤال حق أوريسا وما شاء الله أتوقعت إنه ما حد بيعرفه.
You're getting the drops. They were working, but they turned them off. The question is, who is the youngest character in Overwatch? Don't know. Yeah, one of the robots, right? Like, is it Orisa or something?
بالله اتحداك تطلع اصغر شخصيه وجيه حاس مدري مين.
They're working. ما
شاء الله تبارك الله
على طول.
والله على طول جابها مستر
والله محنكين بس والله في
youngest human is Alari.
جديده نزلت باللعبه ما دريت عنها. اللي هي سجورن 76. اتوقع هذا ميكس بينهم.
عادي يعني صارت كلجه فسويت
wait.
سولجر 76.
We're back.
ولكن تحية كبيرة لكل اللي حضروا معنا.
They say Jonak.
الآن وجيه جهز أسئلة أصعب. أنا والله طلعت الأسئلة لا جيب.
Alright, where are we? Does anyone remember what was happening? They've just restarted the map here as well, due to all the issues. We weren't very far into it anyway. But we're back in the action. Qadsiah versus Team Vision. Qadsiah and map up already. Wait, don't do it. Twitch still working? You can always swap to Twitch. Right, YouTube's back.
وحتى الان اللي احنا شفناه قبل شويه انه كانت ميرور ماتش بشكل جدا كبير مو بشكل كبير كان ميرور ماتش
always a bit nervous when it goes but we're locked in. So yeah, one up for Qadsiah already. This is Team Vision's map pick. They have banned D.Va to try and force either some type of Orisa or Ram Mirror. Orisa obviously matches up quite nicely into Ramatcha, so they're both just going to play Orisa. It's going to be Farah as well, Alari, Violet up against Landon. America's finest versus Korea's finest. And Slowdive's just going to get an early pick here on the Freya. Landon's already going to be forced to get back. And Qadsiah, they started pretty far back already, but they're going to have to go to the last corner here. You can see Team Vision trying to up the pace a little bit, keep peeking, see if they can find another one. They'll buy enough time here for Landon to get back, but it means we're very much in a one fight and done for this first point now if Qadsiah lose it. Ziad's going to be playing the corner in this little room as Violet's going to try and swing a little bit wide. Obviously, Violet did incredible things for Zeta back at the Esports World Cup last year on the Alari, trying to do more of the same here. He swung awfully wide and they now pushed back to this back corner. This last bit, around the checkpoint, this is one of the most difficult bits of this first point to hold. Torpedo swing comes through and one is getting pretty close to this Juno Ray. Much closer than Kellex, actually. 10% advantage as they swing through. And Violet with the pick onto checkmate. The cover gets much worse for the defenders here. And you can see they're just bullied back. No choice but to die on point here. And that's going to be first fight. No ults required in favour of Team Vision. And they're going to have all of these ults coming up for the next point as well. Kellex will go regroup. But a chance to set up forward for the snowball. Even an option here, because Team Vision, they're going to have one person on point, which means this is basically 4 of them holding the choke, a 4v5. Oh, Landon! Oh, the perfect pick. I was about to say they get to hold forward. They can even invest ults to hold and fight forward, but not with Landon getting that pick like that. And all of a sudden, the snowball is blown by Team Vision and a chance for Qadsiah to walk forward. They might get some late kills here as well. One is in so much trouble. Here comes Ziad. One is trying to give him a wiggle, but not enough pocket from Violet to get him out of that one. Sent all the way back. Spear is good, actually, but Choi can get out of that one. Oh wait, checkmate's going to take a turn. I guess we're all just going to take turns to feed before the fight. Slowdive up first, now checkers. And this is going to make the walk up very easy for Vision all of a sudden. Look, just going to try and bowler on the rotation. Captive Sun in response from Violet. Looking downtown for it. Does he find anything? Captive Sun's traded on the Alaris. Both explode. It's Landon who goes down, actually. Violent lives. They can keep walking up main right now. Kennex is going to drop for Ray. One has for Ray to match this right now. Terror Surge is available for both. Ziad goes first. Sets up 1 kill with it. 1 for 1 so far. But AMTP steals for Terror Surge, but doesn't invest. Was a chance there to clutch, but holds on to it instead. Was surprised he wouldn't invest it during that raid trade. Ziad just went for easy. Gets one person in there, confirms for kill. And now both teams going to reset. I think the quality is slightly better on Twitch. What do you think? I think it's slightly better on Twitch. I'm going to swap to Twitch. Alright, meeting up again. Barrage goes out from Choi. Doesn't find anything there. Now the Terror Surge, they kind of just throw in ults into this. It's 1 kill out of 2 ults, but only a 1-for-1 trade. Not a great look for Team Vision now. And they're going to still keep trying to walk up. But you can see Checkmate has a good angle. They've still got control of the high ground. They're conceding a little bit of space now, but Ziad's going to walk forward, looks for a javelin attempt. He's in a very committed position. AMTP wants to mark that. They're trying to pocket Ziad out of this. Landon's walked all the way forward. But look at the space now for Choi and the Sombra. He's got an angle on the Orisa spear from Ziad. He went so deep, and Ziad's just lost the HP trade massively. He's 1 HP underneath. They're still pushing him. Torpedo's not enough to save him. Mistake from Ziad, but they're able to trade it out. 4v4, no tanks in play. Lupta has the bowler. Checkmate in the corner. Dead. They're all so low. Violet and Slowdive just going to pick him up, and Ziad tried to make an aggressive move, but it just didn't feel like Qadsiah were ready for it. And now still a 4-minute time bank for 3rd point, looking very healthy for Vision. The Sombra should feel pretty reasonable now on this 3rd point as well. Rolling it forward, they're going to have the Ray and the Bowler for this next fight. Not taking any particular forward space, just holding the high ground for now. Looks like Qadsiah want to try and take a fight here. Ziad wants to walk out. They've got the Captive Sun and the Terror Surge too, and all of the ultimates for Qadsiah are just a little bit closer. Swinging out now. Whoa, Landon dies actually, gets caught out in that one. There's a Sombra behind him, and that pushes him to AMDP. Now the Javelin out there as well. And they're just getting picked apart. They've lost the side fight really hard. Ziad now, only 3 players left, trying to double down. The Ray is forced out actually by 1. They get the Ray for nothing. It was a 5v3. Oh, they might come to regret that actually, because Qadsiah are coming back with all their ultimates there. Feels completely unnecessary from 1. Now they're looking for the snowball. Checkmate is on to the venture to stall out. Will get underneath the cart. Captive Sun to start now from Landon. Coming out, looking for the trade onto the side there. Takes Slowdive straight out with that one. Landon will be more than happy. Goes for the deeper position as well. And the Captive Sun to stabilise. Really not too bad at all. They'll get the Sombra on the way out too as well. Another one for Landon. 3rd one for Landon. Landon's still chasing as well. MTP's trying to walk all the way out, but Landon is on the hunt. And they can re-establish his forward hold. Now Ray advantage, Terror Surge available for Qadsiah as well. Checkmate's made the move onto the May here too, which means they can win a lot of fights through the front line. But another open pick from Slowdive. Choi has this EMP as well. He's onto the flank. He's, finishing off Landon. This time the side fight has gone massively in favour of Team Vision. They're going to have control of all of the map, and they're looking for the final blow here. Choi might just drop the EMP, kill all these 3 people, tap it in. It's a huge EMP for Ray, but it's not enough. Terror Surge comes through. It's just simply not enough. The EMP has done so much damage there. They're just walking forward. Terror Surge with it. Landon's found a late trade, actually. Lucas going to drop onto Choi here, trying to find the connection. Can't. TP's in for the melee, but AMTP had already got the kill. That will be a full cap for Vision, I think. There's one more touch from Checkmate. Healing up on that one. No one for Checkmate. Should just be a tap in now. No more spawns, no more touches. 1:38 left on the clock. And seems pretty reasonable.
صراحة مستوى جدا رهيب. أبهرونا في فيجن بالأتاك. يعني نتكلم عن مستوى تكتيكي. كيف أنهم قاعدين يعاقبون القادسية على كل غلط قاعدين يسوونه. يعني خلينا نرجع شوي في البوينت الأولى، كيف إنهم يوم جابوا بيك على لاندن أثر على مجريات الفايت بشكل كبير. إنك أنت تموت بالياري أول واحد راح تحرم فريق من التوريت حقك، راح تحرمهم إنهم ياخذون سبيس، ياخذون أنجلاتهم مرتاحين. هذا واحد. كان صعب الريتيك بحكم إنه وين كان قريب من الجون أولت وكيف إنه أعطاهم أفضلية وخلاهم يرتاحون.
Sorry, I was reading a message. I'm locked in though. But overall pretty happy with that, I think, if you're Team Vision. They're actually going to try and start with Sigma here as well. Interesting choice. I presume Ziad will want to go Ramatra when he sees this. Maybe they've still got the Juno for the speed, so I think the Ram is still a very good matchup into the Sig here. Feels a little bit greedier from Team Vision, but they do have this long straight area to play with, but against the Ram should be big pressure on AMDP. We'll wait if Qadsiah make that swap once they see it. Checkmate's going to start on the Sim. He plays plenty of Sim, but could also just be a TP out of spawn here. Time has been set. Qadsiah. I mean, really, they just found themselves the wrong end of that snowball. A couple of just unfortunate deaths. You know, I think there was one time Checkmate dies, gives him the opening pick. Same for Lubta. Ziad's going to get the information, immediately does go over to Ramatra now. Genji as well from Checkmate, so... Thought they could have gone May with this as well, really bully the Sigma, but Genji can do the same. Difficult target for a Sigma to deal with. You see Checkmate is already over the top, but they're all relatively far back as well. So Checkmate will get the space for free, but can't get too much more out of it. Team Vision only interested in holding this corner anyway. They'll get all the cart push for free, and it'll be on Qadsiah to swing this when they're ready. Eyes on Checkmate here. You can see a few of the players playing towards Coast. Now it's going to be Checkmate's job with the speed ring. Can they clear these players out? They come around the corner now. Pressure onto Choi as well. He's forced to slide back. They have cleared that side space. They're all quite low, but they managed to DP. But now all of a sudden, this is the bad space of the map for the defenders. It's so hard to play on this slope. You're kind of just stuck out in the open, minimal cover. Now the slow round the corner, just to pressure for Ram back more. Here comes the form. Violet actually wins the duel, finds the kill. Can always shoot your way out of problems in Overwatch, and that's going to force Qadsiah to slow it right down there. Crucial kill from Violet. Slow now to try and catch slow dive though. Checkmate's in there as well. They're walking into Genji. They have to be careful. More pressure on the front line. AMDP has no choice but to try and hold his ground. The rock is good, but not a huge amount of damage on Ziad, but enough to survive this form timing. Now to try and help with this Genji. One's helped out there as well. Player advantage still for Team Vision. Another kill. They will be forced back, all the way back this time. And Team Vision can start forward. They're going to have a captive Sun for this next fight. They've got a slightly quicker Ray as well. Next fight could potentially be a very big ult fight. Have to say, if Checkmate can get the Blade in time, a Ray Blade in theory should be the most powerful combo available to either team. So if they can play for that, Qadsiah, there's a real chance. But a lot of ults to offset that. If Choi hits a shot with the overclock, if Violet finds something with a captive Sun, loads of way to disrupt a lot of these good for pushing the point ults from Qadsiah. Lander's going to start with the captive Sun, but Choi takes Checkmate out beforehand. They send it down, but the Ray comes through, and now they should just be able to run over Ziad. But they've actually lost two people as they push forward with this Ray. Kennex can push right back if he wants. They have to invest for Flux as well. Annihilation pop from Ziad to try and live. Violet's found one with a captive Sun. The Annihilation will be shut down by MDP. So they do shut down that Annihilation, but they had to burn everything for it. Choi's going to swap, and now Team Vision, no ults left. Now the Ray Blade, even a Bowler as well, and they've got no ults to respond with Team Vision. They need a pick, they need a bit of magic. Slow dive was good for it on the attack, but they need something here. Choi is going to set up top left. Can they find a timing? Shield is low already for AMDP. Slow to force him back. Form comes out now as AMDP goes all the way back. Rock out onto Ziad now. Pressure onto him, but here comes the Ray push. They have to try and give as much space as they can. Slow dive taken out of the air on that swing. They're trying to kite, they're trying to live, but the Ray is simply too much to deal with. They'll get bulldozed over. And in the end, Qadsiah was struggling a lot with that point, but really let out of jail because of the ult advantage. Checkmate still has the Blade for this Snowball. They're trying to hold close as well. Snowball very important. Rock is going to go wide from AMDP. Keeps this off angle. Checkmate's controlling the left-hand room and still able to poke main as well. So really tough for Vision to deal with. Checkmate has full pocket there as well. Another Rock goes wide. Half damage only onto Checkmate, but he is awfully low. He's been forced back. Now the form timing comes out. Ziad needs to take some pressure. Has forced that Matrix out of MDP and forced him back. MDP is kited to the side room here. So limited healing. They can't keep him up, but they found kills in main. It's a dogfight, it's a trade. But it is a Ramatra as well, so Ziad and Landon can just do this, honestly. Troy's going to try and come back in, low on the ground, and Landon... Ziad is just taking all the aggro, and Landon's moving the car and got a shooting gallery. Qadsiah are cleaning this one up. They're going to have an annihilation. They're going to have a captive sun for this final fight. They're desperate for these ults vision. They need more time. They're on the Orisa as well. Now fight on the left-hand side. Violet's trying to capture sun out of there. There's a Genji on his face. Checkmate's killed him. The EMP comes through. They kill Ziad, but they need more. No. Now the Ray comes through as well. Their players down, but they're using all of the ults. 1 HP. Captive sun from Landon to try and turn it. Full pocket coming through. Trying to live. 1 HP. Kennex is good for the pocket. Torpedoes out. They weather the storm. They survive the Ray. I thought they were going to turn it, but the pocket is good from Kennex. Just about get it over the line there, Qadsiah, but it was a really... When the EMP kills Ziad before he pops that annihilation, looked really possible. I thought the Ray from 1 was going to be the turning point. But Qadsiah, they keep playing their game, right? They keep their space, keep the angles. Eventually, they're able to just about scrape over the line in terms of kills. Slow dive in main here just with the Orisa. Everyone's sort of stacked up a little bit now. Annihilation still available for Ziad. If he thinks anyone's close enough or he's got a good slow target, he can just go for it. He's going to get booped in, but maybe he wants this actually. He's got the Annihilation still to pop. He's taken a lot of space on this corner. They've got the high ground now for Checkmate too, and Ziad has his Annihilation. He's going to keep going all over the Orisa. No chance for that one. A couple of times now it feels like AMDP has kited in a slightly different direction, just making his support's life that bit harder. But Qadsiah are going to pounce on that mistake, delete him with this one. Now Checkmate is a Ray Blade to finish it here. Should be impossible to mess up from this point. Ray's going to come through, Blade comes out, all the pressure onto the Orisa. AMDP is going to die before a chance to use that Terror Surge, and they will equalise at Qadsiah. They will full cap as well. Potentially faster time back too as well. Violet's found 1 trade, but it's not enough. One's going to die on point, and it's going to be a slightly faster time for Qadsiah.
واحدة دبل تيم كل في دقيقة. هذا شيء ما يصير إلا أنه في مسح شامل يصير في البوينت. صراحة القادسية نجحوا رجعوا الميزان لصالحهم. صراحة أن الوقت مو مرة فرق كبير، يعني تقريبا فرق 20 ثانية أو 15 ثانية، بس بالنهاية أنت تفرق
تقريبا 30 ثانية
تقريبا. يعني هذا الوقت لا
أو 22
ثانية. فخلينا نقول الآن راح تلعب وأنت مرتاح. والصراحة أنا عندي ملاحظة، القادسية ما خسروا أول بوينت بسبب
Yeah, well, obviously you have to bear in mind 3 Koreans, 2 Saudi Arabians. It's a very difficult language barrier. They were talking about it a little bit in the pre-game interview, right? Just in terms of that's the big problem. They claimed they had solved it. It was the thing they were working on the most. But easy to say, harder to actually do. How's Violet doing? I think he's playing fine. You know, decent moments on Lari. And of course, looks fine on the Juno actually. I feel like we've not really seen too much Juno from Violet on his time on Zeta Division, because invariably Finn was playing that role a lot. But looks really fine, obviously, Violet on Juno. You think it's over for Alcad? Haddy's called it. 3 Koreans versus 1. Haddy's ran the numbers. And I find it hard not to agree with Haddy. 3 is a bigger number than 1. Oh, Choi is dead. Looks like 1 is beating 3 right now. Haddy Theory in shambles. Nice early pick for Lubda. We'll send him back to spawn. A bit of free time off the clock. And they're actually holding close here, Qadsiah. They're holding the first corner. I can really get behind this. I don't know if it's going to back up again. Yeah, I'm not sure I buy into this back up to the final corner theory. We see almost every team do it, so maybe I'm missing something, but I just don't like it. They keep getting kills, though, so this bails them out. Qadsiah, every time they get a kill, a chance to walk forward. MDP looks to try and kidnap someone, boop them back in. No such luck, and Qadsiah will push him back to this first corner. That's a decent chunk of their time going as Vision enter their final minute here. Slow as well for more poke. Farah damage coming in from the sky, just trying to keep Vision on the back foot. Landon's going to have a slightly quicker Captive Sun as well as they swing round, but slow dive this time good with the pick. They back up to the next corner. Landon doesn't quite have the Captive Sun to turn, so they have to keep giving space for a moment, Alcad. But once Landon has that ult, they can turn, but maybe not. Another pick from slow dive. Just walking forward, getting it all done. Oh, slow dive again. Can't be stopped. And just like that, a fight that seemed to be bleeding away from Vision Esports. Their time was evaporating. What if he just killed 3? He'll do it. They come back with a Captive Sun. Checkmate's on the Genji as well. Now, there is a recontest here, but Team Vision, they have a lot of their ults. Gonna be a big ult trade. Captive Sun comes through, looking for the back line. I think it does get the Captive Sun in return now as well. Landon dies for that attempt. Slow Dive has fallen as the Ray comes out on point. No Ray just yet for one, but Violet's just gonna get all the kills himself. AMDP on point, booping him back in. One still has this Ray. He can even hold it. Will hold it. And the Captive Sun, the bone, but does all the damage. Right now, Team Vision just relying on individual picks to get themselves ahead in these fights. And once you're so far ahead in these fights, well, the rest of it takes care of itself. Now, all of a sudden, as we go into overtime, the snowball's looking really possible for Vision. They've got a Terra Surge and a Ray combo. They're not holding particularly far forward, but on the Qadsiah side, the Annihilation, it doesn't feel like enough. 1 ult versus 3, and if they nail this snowball, Team Vision are probably capping second point as well. Just need to be careful to lose no one early. Deep peek for 1. Oh, they take 1 down. It's the Ray out. The Ray is still going. There's still a chance to use the Terra Surge. The overclock is in play. The Ray is trying to catch him up, but the cart's moving too far. Oh, disaster from 1. They're going to try and swap it. AMTP has the Terra Surge, but he's completely alone. He's just going to die while casting it. And they had all the ingredients for the snowball. And then 1 just gets caught up. Didn't even see what damaged him initially, but he just gets forced back into that corner. Once he's in that corner, oh, he's in all sorts of trouble. He has to try and cast for Ray before he dies, so he does. But then you saw it from the overhead, right? The cart moving away, the Ray not moving quickly enough. Oh.
استخدم الأوربت وراح بيك سريع جدا يعني هذه كانت يعني نوعا ما كانت غلطة أو كانت
Was it just 2 Freya shots? Ah, yeah, just big picks from looked at when they needed him then.
أبدا شيء يزعل إنه فريق فيجن إيسبورتس يعني على الورق كان عندهم الأفضلية.
A classic attacker's advantage situation, but they can't convert it, you know? If you can't win with attacker's advantage, what can you win with? Alright, so now all of a sudden, not straightforward for Qadsiah, but 2 minutes and a clear goal in mind. I really want Team Vision to, especially in this situation, overtime, only 2 minutes, hold close. Hold this close corner here. Get 2 good fights on this first point. Maybe you do get a recontest on second, even if it's maybe going to be a little bit rushed. But yeah, force a couple of fights here. You can play for these long sightlines too. If any team's been winning these sort of, just these duels between DPS and Alaris and stuff like that, it has been Vision. Just keep eyes on Checkmate. Last time he came over the roof, should expect the same again from Checkmate once the cart gets up to his corner. You see Checkmate, top of our screen right now, he's going for that over the roof one, but Team Vision want to play it slower here, which means they are in danger. If the fight goes wrong, they will just be in 1 fight. And the form's actually used for AMDP. You see, he immediately regrets it. He cancels the form straight away to get the cooldown back quicker. Now he's holding this good choke. This good corner, rather. Shield up for a bit of poke, trying to kill the healing pylon. Does that. Bit of a swing right now, slow as it comes through, but it's Checkmate who falls to this one. They try to combine the slow with their Freya timing, but AMTP manages to walk onto Kellex while they do it. AMTP's just crushed him. It's going to be a quick reset, no trades from the side of Qadsiah. And now suddenly 1 minute on the clock. Vision are right back in this. No ults. Closest is actually Slow Dive with that bowlers. He has had a form force out really early, so he's going to back it all the way up here. Shoei's getting a very aggressive swing. Take aim bolt in him as he slides out, but he will be okay. Checkmate over the top again. Are they ready? The take aim bolt hits him straight away, then into the slow. Yeah, Checkmate just has to dash backwards. No chance to be aggressive. They need Checkmate to get onto one of these hit scans on these Alaris. Relieve pressure, give Slow Dive more chance to swing. We're about to have both DPS ults. There's the bowler hits! Landon takes him out of the air though! Now forced all the way back. Good bowler from Lubda to hit Slow Dive there. Landon finishes the kill. They nearly have a lot of ults to burn into this one. One has the Ray right now if they want to try and turn this 4v5. They have the ults. Kellex doesn't quite have Ray yet. One's going to drop the Ray right now. AMDP is walking forward. Qadsiah, they need to try and kite. They need to try and live. Captive Sun over the top to turn the kills. Captive Sun's in place. He gets 2 with the Annihilation. It's too much in the end. And most importantly, Kellex has held on to the Ray during all of that. They tried to turn it with the Ray, but the Annihilation Captive Sun, the burst damage there, just shuts them down. And now, one more attempt for Vision. They're going to have to rush it. They come back with Overclock, but Kellex has a Ray on point. They can still kind of win this Vision, but they're going to have such a hard time on this walk-up. You see Checkmate harassing as well. Wait, Checkmate got caught! Kellex tries to Ray to save him. Now they're going for it, but the payload's still so far back. They're a player down, but Loops found a crucial kill. No Overclock value. The Annihilation is there. Ziad is dead. AMDP walking forward. Him and Violet versus the world. Wait, no. They're Freya's. Slowdiver's with them as well. Playing for the kills. 1 more, 4 more point. They need kills right now. Landon is taking the duel with Slowdive. Landon is just beasting him as well. Landon's killed him, but they need more help. The slow is good from AMDP. We're into overtime. Checkmate's trying to stall it out. He's pulled for Blade. No form available. Checkmate takes him down. Ziad is back on ball. Dashes for the Lucio. 2 slices. Checkmate is clutching again. They've cleared for Tracer. They fall back. They need to keep Checkmate alive if they can. Lupta comes back on Tracer. He shuts it down. Qadsiah are not out of it yet. 1 HP. It's just at the top of a point. Everyone's coming back on fast heroes right now. No real ults to speak of. Are they going to get a recontest? Force him out. Slowdive nearly has a bowler. The touch comes in just in time for AMDP. They're trying to focus him down. He's one shot, but bowler comes through. It's Susie perfectly by Landon. Landon keeps everyone up. Now the next fight. Violet is just on point. Nearly has the captain. Somebody has to take over the touch. AMDP is solo. Choi and Slowdive, they find kills. All of a sudden it just falls. Team Vision hold. Wow. How did it felt like it was about to slip away. It was about to slip through Vision's fingers. Then just all of a sudden, 3 of them, 4 of them just find kills all at the same time. How have they done that? Should we hit YouTube for a bit of a... Should we get a bit of an action replay of that? Because that was... Because at this point here, it feels like it's slipping away from them, right? Because AMDP is going to get the touch. But look at AMDP's HP. Look, Violet is 1 HP. AMDP is UC Shield. He's UC Slam. The bowler comes through. Suzu, perfect from Landon. Ziad takes a bit of splash damage, but that's about it, right? So yeah, 0.75 meters. AMDP is on 1 HP. Like, look at Violet. Violet has to take over. Look at Violet. He has to take over the touch. Both balls are low, but Violet has to take over because AMDP is so low. So they're going to ping pong a little bit with Violet taking it back. Ziad is low. Checkmate. I think, was Checkmate traded, right? Is he just coming back from spawn? So then AMDP gets 1 more touch. Violet's going to get off. AMDP is still so goddamn low. It's Lucio Alari heals for the ball here, by the way. Oh, Checkers lives. I'm not sure then. Oh wait, let's go even further back. Because Checkmate starts on point. Does he just dash away from the slam, maybe? Oh, he's like... Oh no, he dashes into it. Then he's Suzu'd. He's used both his cooldowns now, though, so he's just playing on point, and then he's big back. But then AMDP is still low. Violet gets off, playing for it. Landon is 1 HP. Ziad is 1 HP. AMDP goes for another slam, as does Ziad. These both feel like death sentences for balls right now. Choi has just killed Lubda. I feel like that's just like, there's just something going on down here. Just one Vajul. The slam comes through. Ziad lives. He doesn't live though, actually. Yeah, they just, I mean, it's just like, look at the HP bars, right? This so easily could have gone either way, right? This was just whoever hits the shot first wins. Like, Choi just wins a duel. Slowdive just hits the shot into Kellex. Violet just... Everyone just hits the shot slightly quicker. It was... Could have gone either way. Alright, looks like Donkin's coming straight back in as well.
يعني اتوقع حتى الجماهير مصدومين من السيناريو اللي شافوه. تحية كبيرة للجماهير العظيمين.
And alright, tied up 1-1.
الستيج وقاعدين يتابعوا المباريات الرائعة اللي احنا قاعدين نشوفها حتى الآن. يعني ما توقعت هذا السيناريو بصراحة، ما توقعت هذا السيناريو قد ايش كان
صادم.
والله مرة
صراحة مرة صادم.
فعلا نتيجة
A classic free Korean scap. Skin of their teeth. I mean, they do such a good job with Violet juggling that touch. Because it's crazy that Violet doesn't die when he sort of steps onto point in front of 5 people. But there's so much happening, there's so much chaos. Just gets away with it, gets out alive as well. Did one touch for one? I think AMDP and one were on it at the same time. Oh wait, we're in replays. Yeah, here we go.
مرة رائع قاعدين نتكلم عن اوفر تايم جدا عظيم يا صالح.
فعليا فريق القادسية قاعدين يسوون المستحيل سووا المستحيل لين نشوف وصل
because AFDP tanking the first touch, taking a billion damage. Then Violet takes over. You can see one's here on the corner, just trying, but I feel like he's too far. He's not touching right now. Yeah, one's touching now, I think. Yeah, because one takes a little bit of a touch as well. Because they actually juggle it perfectly, because this hasn't moved beyond that 0.75 meters. So it's actually like Violet, AMDP gets most of it, Violet touches for a bit, one touches for a bit. And yeah, and then now Choi is back. And yeah, look at it's not moved a centimeter. It's actually perfect ping pong. It's actually perfectly played. They don't give a single centimeter. Wait, actually, oh yeah, sorry. Keep your eyes on this part of the screen as well, right? Because we said Choi Gills Lubta, right? But look, watch on this part of your screen, bottom right. Oh, wait, can you see it? Because I'm in the way. Fuck. Let me turn my cam off a sec. Hold on. Where's my cam? Where's my cam? There's too many. There we go. All right, yeah. Keep your eyes on that part of the screen and just look at the traces, right? You're going to see Choi come onto your screen. Look at Choi. One clip. Deletes him. You see it? Yeah. just blinks straight back into the fight. Bang. Lubta didn't even know what hit him. It's over beforehand. I mean, they sort of, everybody kind of wins their duel at the same time, but yeah. But yeah, such a good last fight from Vision. Alright, let me catch this back up to live. Yeah, I still think the Twitch is slightly higher quality, so we can go there.
كلام آخر ولكن بان درام أنت لما تبني درام هنا بمعنى أنت بتسحب أمدا بأنه يلعب ضدك ميرور ديفا أو يلعب ضدك ميرور أوريسا ما في أي خيار ثالث موجود.
Show again? Oh, come on. I mean, to be fair, they've done us other substitutions, so we might have a bit of time.
يعني تعتبر من كاونترات ماوكا أنا من وجهة نظري إن ماوكا هو قوته استخدام النمسيس أبدا.
لاعب 1 اوربت نزل من اللاعب الماب اللي هنا نقدر نشوف 1v1 خلف الفايت 2 ضد 2 تشيك ميت ببيكين رائعه جدا نقدر نشوف شخصيه.
Yeah, here's the first touch. I'll leave my cam off for a bit.
وفريق القادسيه رجعوا لنا مره اخرى بدا مره رائع. قاعد نتكلم عن اوفر تايم.
I think there was a moment where Zia could have C9'd them essentially. Where are we looking? Like Nair maybe? I don't know, did they run it there? Like here, do you mean? Like in this moment right here? Like if he's not slamming? I don't know, because it still says it's contested right now. Like his touches linger. Like, because now he has a chance, right? Now it's uncontested. But yeah, it's uncontested, but Choi blinks onto it straight away. Like there's a split second where it's uncontested, but it's not long enough to push 75 centimeters, yeah. Yeah, Choi like blinks onto it, and then it's just, yeah. Because he doesn't, even though he's like uncontested for a sec, he doesn't actually even gain a centimeter there. Siad. Yeah, I mean they've done so well to be like the whole play is like. Keep my cam off. Oh yeah, I 100% forgot. Where is it? Webcam. I'm back. I was here all along.
بأمانة يا صالح ترى توقعت فريق فيجن ما حيقدر يسوي تاتش
All right, Runa Sapi next map. Predictions are up if you're interested. Was first map close? Not as close, really. I mean, obviously, there's not a lot of things close in that Circuit Royale, but felt a lot more comfortable on the first map for Qadsiah. Yeah, I do, Hadi. You were the key part of talking me into it, mate. Alright, where are we ban-wise? So this is going to be Qadsiah's pick. They are going to ban Brig, which implies they want to play D.Va. Also, potentially, are they going to play... Potential here that Alcad can play like an Ilari Juno or something as well, and just try and bully Donkin with that. But in fact, it's just going to be Kiri Lucio mirror from both of them. Going to get some player cams, so I can't see our tank choices right now. There we go. Yeah, D.Va, and Checkmate's going to play... I wouldn't be surprised if Checkmate sticks for Sim here. We see them playing this quite a lot, but... Team Vision, then no TP out of spawn as well, so Qadsiah should be there a little bit quicker as well. And on the Twitch. Let me close these Preds out of respect. 70% of believers on Qadsiah on their map pick. Alright, so it's going to be a D.Va mirror, but a difference of Tracer and Sim, which really means that Team Vision have a lot of the ability to get Choi into good positions on the flank. Alright, I'll talk through the theory while we got to it. So, in theory, going to be very free in this game, Choi, right? There's nobody to mark him, there's no Tracer, it's going to be really on Kellex and Landon to take a lot of that responsibility. But while they don't have a lot of control of the flank, they do have a lot of power in the front line. The Sim is going to be able to bully this D.Va so much. So that's kind of the two different matchups here. They want to set up a pincer. They want to set up a pincer. Vision this is between their Tracer and the D.Va. What they want is that Sim to die early in the fight. If they can make that Sim the primary target, they will be really set. If the Sim gets to stay alive and Checkmate can pull some TP shenanigans, they're going to be in such a good position. Genji or Tracer versus the Sim when Freya is in the lobby? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Genji can just get roasted in so many of these situations. I feel like, especially with the Matrix and stuff like that, the Tracer's ability just to have more uptime, you know, to force a Suzu go out and go back in quickly, is better than the Genji's. Because I feel like it's so, maybe not easy for Landon, but in terms of pocketing it up, pocketing the Sim through everything is difficult. Sombra maybe? Yeah, I mean, the Sombra can do the same job, because again, the Sombra's not really going to run into anyone, you know? It's not going to get hunted down, not going to have like TP force and then the Tracer hunts you down or anything like that. Sombra could be really free. Ult is always going to be good, right? And actually, of all the ults, EMP, as we've seen throughout OWCS these last couple of weeks, EMP is so hard to outplay consistently, right? So it's just, should be pretty much guaranteed value in a lot of these situations. What's the deal with Slowdive not playing Freya? He has been playing Freya. Yeah, played it on Circuit Royale. Some of it will just be, I mean, I think some of it might just be the comps, because I think, especially Freya nerfs on top as well, I think even pre-Freya nerfs, maybe she was just too broken, maybe the damage was too high, but I think on the Kiri Lucio mirrors, this is where the Freya is most vulnerable. Like, Sojourn's survivability in this mirror is better. And I think so often, I mean, it's a Kiri Lucio backline, right? Kiri Lucio D.Va, the whole comp is almost designed for survivability in a lot of ways. Like, you look at the Vision version, if they've got the Tracer and the Sojourn, and the Kiri Lucio and the D.Va, like, who fucking dies in this? It's really hard to turn kills if they don't get, like, they don't just get a pick, or the Sim gets fully torched or something, right? Like, all of a sudden, if I look at the DPS line in particular, from Qadsiah, the Sim can really die, the Freya can really die. We're unpausing, we're straight back into it now. For now, though, AMDP has taken more damage. He has to be cautious around this Sim. He wants to hit high priority targets. He wants to force cooldowns. If Choi can get any of them for free before the fight, that's beautiful. We're going to try a little bit slower, bleed out some resources here before looking for a key dive. AMDP is actually going to take another back step here, buying a bit more time, and Ziad is just trying to bully them away with Checkmate. They want to be proactive here, Qadsiah. They don't want to give him a chance, and it's Lupter finds the opening pick, and you can see Ziad, he's just happy to fly into this. Happy to fly into this D.Va, knows Checkmate is going to be pumping damage into that area as well. And if they can just keep AMDP on the back foot, that means AMDP is never shifting into their Freya, never shifting into their Sim, or anything like that. Now they want to keep alive. It's actually going to be a Freya swap now from Slowdive. Allows him to play a little bit more independently. In reality, because it's for frontline that's dying, his survivability is not as high a premium for him. But it's an early checkpoint for Checkmate and the gang at Qadsiah. Ziad onto the high ground, and again, you can see, just really happy. AMDP, he needs to find timings to go past. Look, just poked back already, keeping him on the back foot. If AMDP is having to use every shift to run away, then Checkmate is safe. If Checkmate is safe, they're just going to be taken over in these neutrals. Pulse Bomb now available for Troy, but it's quicker support ults and a quicker bowler, obviously, for Lubta, as he was on the hero the whole time. Swinging the corner again, AMDP down to half HP. And again, AMDP just running into trouble after trouble. Pulse Bomb is out. Bowler has been eaten, though, by AMDP. Now the Kitsune Rush, but look how far back Qadsiah are. They're just... Team Vision, rather. They're just out already. AMDP has to be careful, but now a chance. Violet has his own Kitsune Rush to push back with. Kennex doesn't have the beat quite yet. They're going to use the Kitsune Rush. Now it's a turn of disengages. Always Kirilusio Diva. These are good comps to disengage with. Both Kitsune Rush have been disengages. Now it's a game of beats and Simwalls. Coming back around the corner, Simwall to start the push. Beat in response now from Donghun. They try and turn it back, but Kennex is going to get a much later beat. Kennex's beat hits everyone. And look at Checkmate. He is charged up. Self-destruct comes out from AMDP to relieve a little bit of pressure. They get him back into mech as well, but Ziad is all over the backline. He's turned that kill. Player advantage. AMDP dives in for a trade. Good for one. He is also deep bone. Kennex and Checkmate can clean that one up, and Ziad is marking the backline. An important trade will relieve a bit of pressure, but this is still more meters on the board for Alcad. AMDP is going to swap Zarya now, a change of composition. But now we can see Qadsiah, they're going to mix up the playstyle now. Juno Lucio is a very greedy backline here. Now they're going to use the TPs, I think, to get Ziad into position, so Ziad can hit the backline. And just look, here we go, Ziad already flying, forces a bubble onto Slowdive. He's going so deep, it's a TP in, actually. Look, the Freya's even in as well. Lupta's all the way in there, he's used the bowler, he can't find anything, he has died. Ziad's going to drop the bomb down the stairs, we'll try and get back into mech. They've killed the Zarya on the point thanks to all this attention Ziad and the TP have taken. Back on point now, and Checkmate is cleaning up. He's TPing everywhere, he's causing havoc. No one's even touching, and Alcad have crushed them in this Diva Mirror.
مستوى جدا خيالي كانهم قاعدين يردون على كلام اللي صار او كلامنا انه والله ما بات البوش.
Kennex dropping the fist bumps around.
يكون في اخذ وعطاء يكون اخر 5 دقائق الفريق.
Fist bumps for everyone. Is he typing something on the keyboard?
أربع دقائق ونص فريق القادسية قدروا انهم يوصلوا يسووا فول كاب بدون بخسارة فريق فيجن اي سبورتس بكل.
Ziad just made too much space. Yeah, you can see Alcad, but read the situation perfectly. One thing that's often difficult for teams is you go into a matchup expecting one matchup, you're playing your win conditions, stuff like that. Changes happen mid-series and you need to change playstyle, but felt like Alcad completely nailed that transition for that final fight. It was only one fight because they were so far ahead, but still nailed it. Checkmate continues to seem to get better and better on the sim every time I see him, and Alcad regained control of this series.
المهمة بدأت تصعب على فريق فيجن اي سبورتس على الأقل نفسيا يعني
Alright, I'll put the map 4 predictions up. This is obviously going to be the choice of Vision Esport, Team Vision again. My mouse is getting so hot because it's in the sun. Need some shade in here.
فحاليا الوضع صار جدا حساس وجدا حرج على فريق فيجن اي سبورتس يعني انت قاعد تتكلم الحين.
Alright, let me grab some more water because the breaks have been reasonably chunky here, haven't they? And it's warm, so I need the water. And this is the lower bracket final. The grand final is right after this. Winner of this game is going to play Twisted Minds. Currently 2-1 to Qadsiah, Team Vision's map choice.
واضح من ردات الفعل يعني انه يعني محبطين شويه فريق فيجن اي سبورتس ولكن ان شاء الله انه نفسيه المتابعين والجمهور اللي موجودين ان شاء الله انها على العال يا رب انها على العال في تحيه كبيره للجمهور، والله تحيه كبيره للجمهور اللي موجودين عندنا في الستيج، لانه نفسيتهم على العال ان شاء الله، وان شاء الله انهم هم يكونوا ايضا مستمتعين معانا والمتابعين مستمتعين معانا. صح انا ما نسيت اسال المتابعين اللي عندنا في الشات، كم تتوقعوا النتيجه حتنتهي؟ انا عارف السؤال مره متاخر، تو سالتكم، ولكن هذه ايضا بعض الريبلايز بالسلو موشن بالاصوات اللي تضحك بصراحه يعني.
والله زياد في بي ذا يعني. انا قاعد افكر في المستوى اللي قاعد يقدمه زياد، مو بس تاثير انه يجيب بكات، تاثير زياد مو بس انه يعني تتكلم عن ما شاء الله عن جميع الجهات، يسوي بيل بشكل مناسب، يعرف متى يدخل متى يطلع، يعرف متى يستخدم البوم. صراحة هنا بدأت هذا الفايت. شوف ان كيليكس كان ترى 1 اتش بي، كان ممكن يموت ترى كيليكس.
ايوه
بيك تركز ان شوف كيليكس 1 اتش بي، كيليكس 1 اتش بي، شوف على طول طار وفك له ماتريكس. ترى بهذه اللقطة كيليكس كان ترى معرض انه يموت، بس على طول طار وعطاه ماتريكس خلاه يعيش.
ايوه
يرتاح. زيادة الخش اللي دخل فيها بسبون ترى فصلت امدب على الباكلاين. هو ليش سوى زي كذا اساسا زياد؟ ليش دخل بهذا الوقت تحديدا؟ هو عارف ان امدب راح للروبوت، ايش سوى؟ عطوا راح للباك لاين، سووا في الماتريكس عليهم ما يقدرون يهيلونه. قاعد تلعب مع الياري، كانوا يلعبون بالبدايه اللي هم لا اله الا تشكيلته اللي هي كيري لوسيو، فانت كيف بتوصل هي الامدب اساسا؟ حتى تغيير راح لجونو، فانت لما تحط في الماتريكس على سبون بمعنى انت راح تمنع اي قطره هي توصل للامدب. خلوا امدب يموت. زياد قال اوكي طلعتوني من الميك، مبروك عليكم، عندي بومب، انا فكيت البومب، عوضت كحياه اخرى. كيليكس كان يمشي الروبوت بحكم انه قاعد يلعب لوسيو، مو مطالب انه يسوي بيل لحد، قاعد يمشي الروبوت مرتاح، اللي يبيه يجيني قاعد. حتى يوم كان 1 اتش بي قدر انه يرجع مره اخرى ويعيشه. زياد صراحه لعب تكتيكي بحت، وهذه من يعني خلينا نقول انه هيمنه من القادسيه، وصراحه مستوى ما هو المطلوب من فيجن، ما كان المستوى المعهود عليهم في الماب السابق. 2-1 رجعت افضليه اختيار الماب عندكم فريق فيجن. اعتقد انه بما انه انحرق ماب البوش وانحرق ماب الكنترول، نتكلم ماب البوش ماب الكنترول
يا اخوي سيبوا المسكين في حاله. ما يبغى يطلع في الكاميرا والشباب اللي يطلعوه غصبا.
انا مغمض عيوني وقاعد اتكلم يا اخوان، ما ادري اشوف تضحك تحت عيوني القى في كذا بوستر كبير، لوحه كبيره في وجهي.
خويا قاعدين يعذبون المسكين الا وتطلع غصب في الكاميرا، يا المسكين ما يبغى يطلع الا وتطلع غصب.
ولكن صراحه حضور يعني يخلي اللعيبه بعد ينبسطون، يعني بحكم ان افضل شيء بالستيج دائما يصير صراحه تجربه الجماهير. انا والله ما اخفيكم يا اخوان، سابقا قبل 3 سنين او قبل 2 ونص، واخر مره لعبت بالستيج كان شيء مره عظيم، شيء مره عظيم، بالذات الستيج كنت العبه ما اذكر بدوي السعودي. يوم كنت العب كان القزاز يطلع الجماهير، فكنت لما مثلا لما ابدع بين الراوندات اشوفهم يأشرون علي وانا اشر عليهم واقعد. حتى في مقاطع لي كثير اول خلوها في الصندوق الاسود حقي، خلاص انا مخفيها. كنت لما اجي اذبح حتى المعلقين كانوا يتفاعلون مع حركتي اللي اسويها لان الكام علي، فكنت اشر لهم كذا بنص الفايت، اقعد اشر للجماهير وهم كانوا يعززوا لي، فكان مره شعور حلو صراحه. ف يعني
يا الله يا ساتر يا
عاد لازم توفرون طاقتكم مباراة فريقكم تسد مايند. لكن لا والله ما شاء الله روح رياضية عالية. حتى قاعد فريق الخصم اللي ما تدري هو فيجن ولا القادسية هم خصمكم قاعد يشجعون امور طيبة، روح رياضية عالية ما يهمهم الصراحة. وشوف ان حبهم لفريق تويستد. ولكن عبد الله بأتكلم صراحة عن جانب ان فريق فيجن الان في موقف جدا صعب. خطوة واحدة يا انه تقربك انك تقرب السيريس، او تقربك انك تطلع كمركز ثالث. توقعاتك 3-1 نفس التوقعات يعني اللي قلناها تقريبا.
والله بامانه يا صالح يعني اللي انا شفته والله بصراحه يعني صعب ضربه موجعه
في الماب الماضي، عشان كذا ممكن صعب انك تخمن يرجعون.
والله يعني بقول لك والله كانت ضربه موجعه على فريق فيجن اي سبورتس في الماب اللي فات. يعني ماب رومانسابي كان ماب موجع على فريق فيجن اي سبورتس
فعلا مره.
بالمقابل فريق القادسيه لا مرتاحين مره. يعني اول شيء هو ما بين اختيارهم، هذا رقم 1. ولكن يعني ابغى اتكلم نقطه على طاري الجمهور وهذه الامور. برجع نقطه شويه ورا بس. ايضا كمان المتابعين اللي قاعدين يتابعونا خلف الشاشات، ترى لسه حتى الان المباريات مستمره معانا، والبطوله يعني داخله على حماس عالي وكل حاجه. فاذا انت قريب من فوف جيمنج في واجهه الرياض، تعالوا شاركوا عندنا في الستيج. شوفوا
Yeah, map 3 was a stomp. Full push.
معاهم توقعاتكم واموركم هذه كلها، وشاركوا مع الجمهور العظيم. وايضا انا وصالح موجودين في الكواليس. بعد ما نخلص البطوله بمشيئه الله تعالى حنجلس
match point for Qadsiah.
نتكلم عن اللاعبين، نتكلم عن الافريقيا، ونتكلم عن البطوله العظيمه اللي قدموها لنا.
Headsets and everything off still, so it feels like we've got a bit more time.
العربي التحدي
Seems a bit more chill, doesn't it? I'm not liking his body language here. Body language, no one talking, a bit too slumped for me.
والاداء واللاعبين
Come on boys, we need to go. There's our tournament on the line here.
حاليا في تبديل حيكون في تبديل ولا لا ما ادري، ولكن لسه قاعدين زي ما يعني قاعدين يجهزوا اللاعبين، والافريقيا قاعدين يجهزوا طبعا.
I'm back boy tonight.
بالنسبه لموضوع التوقعات، انت سالتني يا صالح هل انا لسه صامل لا 3-1 ولا ممكن في راي اخر؟
Yeah, everything just seems really chill on the side of Qadsiah, comfortable after that last one.
صعبه جدا اني انا اقول لك ايوه ولا ما ادري بصراحه، ولكن يعني بكل
not I can promise you Hadi, I'm not part of the establishment.
3-1 يمكن مايل اكثر لصالح فريق فيجن اي سبورتس، بينما فريق القادسية يمكن عنده.
Alright, King's Row is for choice. Vision have banned Kiriko, Ramban on the other side here, so very much feels like potential that they're just going to try and force the Diva here on this map. Diva into Orisa is a bit of a weird matchup. Orisa does win the front line, but a lot of high grounds on King's Row that mean that Orisa can be quite difficult, so might just force the Diva mirror again. Real chance that Checkmate just plays the Sim as well. Obviously, Vision have already spent the Sim ban on first map.
دبل باند رام في بغلط مو باند رام.
Ram banned twice? Yeah, they have banned Ram twice.
فيجن هم اللي بندوا رام ممكن صراحة.
هو يا انه فيجن بندوا رام.
This can't be a legal maneuver.
هو غالبا فيجن بندوا رام ممكن عارفينها. والله ما اقدر.
How's he wrangled this? Maybe just a graphical error?
انك تبند كيريكو الصراحة هنا
Varuna Sappy bans are wrong?
كيريكو مرة
Oh, Varuna Sappy was the other way round. Oh yeah, no, you're right actually. I swear, yeah, no, you're right.
بس انا ماني متاكد هل القوانين في بطولة.
Yeah, okay. So it is a graphical error on Varuna Sappy. Good eye there. Good eye.
اي اذا الفريق مختلف.
بالضبط اي.
Good on your light.
فممكن تسمح، ممكن لا قصدي انه نفس الفريق يبندوا نفس الشخصية ورا بعضها، انا ما ادري يمكن.
Wherever coaches, I think someone was telling me earlier, Junkbuck's not on site for this.
الاعداد في خلف الكواليس هم اللي يعني ابخس في هذا الموضوع. ايه معلش كنت بس بوضح هذه النقطة.
تفضل. توضيح مهم بحيث ان حتى انا ما
Alright, headsets going back on now. Alcad locking in.
اي لا يعني احنا في الاول وفي الاخير توقعات بس حيبين معانا داخل الجيم.
صح شوف باند يعني انت متبند مثلا هنا رام راح ما فرقت بشكل كبير. انا صراحة اسمي كينجز رو ماب بالاوف ميتا، هذا المسمى اللي حتى الاغلب يتفق معي فيه من المابات. ليش الناس يفضلونها اساسا؟ ما عمركم سالتوا انفسكم ليش كينجز رو يعتبر ماب غير انه له ذكريات وتصميمه كويس؟ ما بيتيح لك اي خيار ببالك، اي شخصيه
ببالك.
اتحداك تحدي انه ما تلعب في هذا الماب. جنكرات اللي هو يعتبر
So yeah, for people in YouTube asking about that, so the Ram ban on Runa Sappy was wrong. It was the other team that banned it. So no illegal maneuvers. It was visually banned Ram on that map.
كلها تقدر تهبم يعني. انا قاعد اتكلم لك عن اكثر شخصيات ما يختارونها الناس. ريبر مثلا شخصيات مرة كثير عد وغلط. حتى ودو اللي
I get it. It just seems too quiet, doesn't it? Just seems too quiet on the side of Vision here.
إلا ممكن على الأفريقيا اللي عندهم وين تريكات، بحكم ان الفريقين المتواجدين حاليا معنا مو وين تريكات، فهذا شيء ما راح يأثر.
Alright, we're going in.
كبير. بدأ معنا الماب الرابع. الماب
Now, as is tradition, we'll probably get a pause after 20 seconds.
راح يتوجه للجراند فاينل. هل فيجن عنده كلام آخر وراح يعادل النتيجة، أم القادسية راح يضمنون معهم كثاني الواصلين للجراند فاينل يواجهون فيها فريق
on the line for Vision.
صراحة سيناريو جدا صعب انك تخمن في ماب كينجز رو. وهذه الباندات فعليا باندات صحيحة. القادسية هم اللي بندوا رام، وفيجن بندوا كيريكو. صراحة باند ذكي باند كيريكو، بس ضام عندي عتب شوي كان ممكن
Alright,
خيارات أحسن.
defense first for Qadsiah. I think it was a Diva I saw before we get this. It's going to be Juno, Brig, Diva, Freya. Checkmate going to be starting the sim actually here as well.
ما أدري فرح
See what Vision choose to do into this sim, because the sim gives them a nice matchup into the Orisa or a nice matchup into the Diva. Obviously really fucks with AMDP's hero pool. We've seen Qadsiah doing this in WCS as well, with pretty good success. And they'll get to play the comp they want to play, really, Qadsiah here as well. Gonna go for a Widow shot out of spawn, everything like this, but honestly, I don't know if Vision have anything else in their locker, really, or we just didn't get more of the same mirror. They were absolutely dominated on Runa Sap. If you're going to try the Orisa here instead. Okay, they're going Farah as well. So, okay, but the Orisa's still going to struggle a little bit, but has a few more tools for Fortify, the Javelin that can relieve this sim pressure. And they can just play for their DPS a little bit more here, Vision. Have AMDP walk up pressure point, and then just try and play for their Farah, their Freya to try and find some kind of opening. They have an angle now, and all of Qadsiah, they're all grouped up right now. They really need Ziad to find a way onto the backline at some point during this. TP is out now. Ziad's going to take that solo, try and take a bit of pressure. Checkmate swung out. He's hit the right click there. Ziad set that one up. A lot of pressure onto Ziad. He can't afford to lose mech. Torpedoes just about keep him alive through that. Pocket is good from Landon, and now this sim can take over. And you see the idea, the theory behind Qadsiah's comp. They use the sim TP as basically a free cooldown for the Diva. So she gets into the backline for free, and then she has her shift and her matrix to keep harassing that backline, and that allows Checkmate to take a step forward onto the tank. And as well, Lubta to swing. Now we're going to see the same again. Checkmate's actually going to harass a little bit here, and Ziad catches Donghun with that one. The same play again, and they don't have a response, but look how deep Choi has gone. He's trying to find the connecting rocket, but can't find it. Ends up just throwing these rockets out. It's his own team. AMDP has traded Checkmate through all of this, so they get something at least for their trouble. Attackers have the spawn advantage as well. Checkmate will get back relatively quickly on the sim. You see Lubta's going to be swinging around. Where's Lubta going? He's just gone off the right side of our screen right now. So it looks like Lubta's setting up a flank from the left-hand point of view from Qadsiah's POV for this. They have support ult slightly quicker as well. So Qadsiah is still in good control. Orisa swing comes through for all of this. Ziad's going to get speared in the back, actually. But Lubta's hit the bowler on that flank. Immediate kill, but he's traded for it. Only 1-for-1 out of that. Checkmate with the TP away, trying to play evasive. Has avoided the Orisa damage for now. But Ray has come out, and MDP can't survive the onslaught. Barrage in the back, but Ziad marks that. He was thinking about Barrage. Eyes on the sky, and a clean fight for Qadsiah here. Checkmate looking for some harassing for spawn. One right click, another one. Another one, bit of pressure. Low HP Juno on the other side as well. Can't quite find that. Violet lives on 1 HP. Now Ray advantage available for Team Vision. Choi has gone to match the sim now as well. If you can't beat them, join them. Walking forward, a chance to use double support ult here. Bowler to start it off. Ray and Terror Surge. Landon gets deleted by that one. Kellex hasn't used the rally yet. Are they just going to play for a recontest? Look, just pushed all the way to the enemy spawn. Kellex is stuck at the back here. He's going to rally to live, but Kellex is going to need help out of this one. Ziad and Checkmate coming to try and help him out. TP to flip away to safety. They killed Donghun. Rally jacks for Dongers as he tried to drop that one in. Ziad has just swept him here. And the start of the fight looks so good. A late trade onto Kellex will help. But Qadsiah able to stabilize again. Oh, Lubta was still in the spawn. They get a late kill there as well. That's 2 late kills. Ziad's going to try and get some stagger kills as well. Can't afford to lose mech, just have the self-destruct. But now is the ult advantage fight gone begging for Team Vision. Now Ziad has the self-destruct, so they take another fight. Team Vision can move quickly. They have the spawn advantage. Ziad's going to put down a bit of pressure onto this Freya. Full pocket come through. Ziad lands straight in front of that sim beam. He's getting full beamed right now. Bomb has been used. They back it up. They deep-peek the bomb. Going to be an even fight now. Lubta nearly has a bowler as they swing onto the corner. Javelin round the corner. Torpedoes come through. Ziad looking for some aggression, but he doesn't get that close to the backline, actually. They've kept Ziad at arm's length. He's half HP as well. Chance to start forcing objective. TP in from Choi to play aggressively. The Orisa's going to take that one as well. Choi is committed in, but the spears are up. The turrets are frying Donghun though as he swings for corner. Choi is going to get shut down. And now, oh, no source of healing. They get the D-mech onto him. But do they even have another recontest? If they make it, they have Simwall and a baby Diva that they need to make for touch. 7 seconds, they have to rush it. Donkan is back on Lucio. Slowdive is going for it. Bowler around the corner is huge. It's a huge bowler from Slowdive. He saved it. Honestly, they didn't even need the Simwall in the end. That bowler was so big. No way to eat it. No Suzu or anything like that. So the bowler just catches everyone, and Slowdive has saved this attack. They did use the Simwall anyway, but you know, just nice to be attacking second if you're Team Vision at this point after how those opening fights went. Gonna find themselves in a bit of an alt hole and a change of composition here. AMDP going onto the Mauga. Wants to make his Sim's life harder. Expects a lot of these stomps to go in Checkmate's direction. He's gonna have to play quite evasive with these CPs now. Means Team Vision, if there's a Diva behind, they can kind of just try and ignore her as best they can. Commit forward with AMDP's stomp timing. Ziad just anchoring the choke for now. They try and swing through, looking for it. They come round. Slowdive's going to get one shot there. The bowler's good. Stomp comes back in. Now they all turn on that full matrix on the heels. None of that vampire healing goes through off that cardiac overdrive. And now they walk forward. Good trade from Choive. Makes the retake a little bit easier, but their Sim is in full beams upstairs as they finish off Violet. And now Qadsiah, cheap fight for them too. Keep hold of all their ultimates. They're going to use a Sim TP to get back to 5, but they do have to give control of the choke. They can use the ults to retake it. Violet can match the Ray, but Qadsiah just have more ults to throw in. Here is the Ray trade. Checkmate with a Sim wall over the top, and AMDP gets one shot as that stomp comes in. Just ahead of where his Ray was, really, but Violet's not done yet. He's looking for 1 kill, maybe another 2 for Violet here, making it a dogfight. The supports have killed 3 for Team Vision. Violet is low HP behind. Where are we going, Violet? He's on the run, but Ziad is on the hunt. They know he's there as well. There's surely no way out. Right click's going down. Diva's going to shift on him as well. Just in time, the respawns are here. Sim TP on the high ground. AMDP saves Violet. He gets out alive. He gets 2 and gets out alive. Quality from Violet there, and now Team Vision, they can keep walking forward. But after all that, it's actually so classic Violet. They're going to rally, they're going to commit to this. They eat the bowler as they come through as well. AMDP is getting 1 shot out of mech right now. Sim Wall and Rally have been invested, but they need more kills. Looks just on the flank for free. The Sim TP has opened up space for the Qadsiah DPS. And now full beam walking forward after Sim Wall. They need to help Checkmate out of this. They do kill Checkmate eventually. Ziad's committed in. Bowler just to make sure of it from Lubta. And what classic Violet that is. Outrageous, gets 2 kill out of his Ray, a big long escape all the way back, and then just gets pre-fight picked. Makes his own reputation, and Slowdive with an opening pick. He's been good for it all series long. Now all of a sudden Qadsiah, if they have to concede a little bit of space, we're going to play for 1 more fight on second. We're going to go into overtime. Is a self-destruct advantage for Ziad. It means he can play quite aggressively when he finds the timing. But they've had to concede a lot of space off that opening pick. Simwall going to come up partway through the fight. Checkmate if he can last long enough. If the fight goes long, Qadsiah have more ults sooner. The Simwall and the Ray. They don't need to take a quick fight. They're trying to clear out the Tracer. AMDP is going to continue to anchor point. Ziad goes for an aggressive move actually. Donkan looks to clear that one. It's a Poco Bomb over the top. Can Slowdive get around the corner? He can't! 2 for Ziad! He nails that bomb, and they are just going to hold the point off that. Simwall just to make sure. What a bomb from Ziad there. Sends it over the roof. They thought they were DP'd. They weren't. The spirit of Poco lives on. Yeah, what a bomb. All smiles on the side of Qadsiah, and Team Vision find themselves in a rough situation. Honestly, in many ways, they were a little bit fortunate to even have these situations. Slowdive with a big bowler on first, then the opening pick towards the end of second to open it up. But really, I mean, King's Row, this is not a good attack for Team Vision. Really beatable. You can see there, Kelix's cam bottom left. Comfortable, calm. You can't phase the glue. And Qadsiah on the brink of sealing their place in the grand final. No, not one trick really. Diva definitely AMDP's best hero, but Ram, Mauga, little bits of Orisa. Very similar hero pool to Ziad in many ways. But Ziad just, as we've seen in OWCS, a few steps ahead of a lot of players right now. And Choi is going to start the sim on the defense here for Vision. It's a fight fire with fire situation, but Qadsiah have been doing this for ages. Really is their comp. They've made it work in a lot of situations, and they're looking to close it out here. Not a huge distance to beat. We'll see. I expect maybe a few less TPs for just solo Ziad here in the mirror. Expect it to be a little bit brawlier, a bit more frontline heavy here. Still going to be vital to keep these sims up in these mid to late fights. Troy's going to go for some early harass. They're walking up and trying to force point. Both divas going to butt heads. Bowler's getting traded as well. They just want to force a little bit of space. Ziad's encroaching here. He's actually won that trade with AMDP, and now he finds a spawn chance onto Brig. Goes into that one. There's sim turrets in here as well. He's trying to clear them all. Troy with the TP, back and forth harassing, but he's too low. Kellex has got on top of that. Look to peek through the window, wins that duel onto Slowdive as well. And a convincing first fight from Qadsiah. You saw there just playing through the front line. Troy was TPing around, looking for some harassment, looking for some right clicks. Checkmate was just slowly but surely building that beam charge. And Troy has gone over onto the Sombra. This was Hattie's suggestion for a good choice into the sim. They need to take this sim out of the game, or they will just lose the mid to late fights. Troy is gonna... Okay. More free card push for Qadsiah. Troy's gonna get the reset. Needs to find a way to set up on this Sombra. Again, I think in many ways this sim has to be the key target. Hattie thinks it's too late. 5-minute time bank now. They find Troy immediately again. He TPs in, picks up a mini. AMDP going to take a little bit of space top left. Ults are going to be up quicker as well for Alcad, remember. Sim wall is actually super close. Bowler comes through, doesn't find anything. Forces him back a little bit. You can see Troy is actually really deep behind right now. Qadsiah are aware of his position, but he's too far to clear right now. A little bit of a swing in as they try and find a timing, but Kellex has marked that angle. He's shut him down, and Donghun is trapped in here, maybe. No, AMDP's responding. They're a player down, but they're still going. Checkmate can use the symbol if he wants, but they're trying to get it done with just the rally. The bash is good. They eat the bowler. The D-Mech, they are going to stagger this baby diva as much as they can, which isn't actually that much. But crucially, Kellex survives, and they are one fight away now, Qadsiah. Picard is hooning towards the checkpoint. Slowdiver's got onto Tracer. They know they need to try and get this touch. They have the Ray if they get there. They have the rally. But Qadsiah are pushing it in. They're holding close as well. They're going to have to push through turrets. They're going to have to push through everything. It's so difficult. Can they even make it? Sun goes for it. Sombra. Diva can't get on point. They just can't touch. They can't make it. And Qadsiah celebrate. Their job is not done today. It's only just beginning. They have Twisted Minds in the grand final. But in the end, good for it. The Circuit Royale, they lost by a nipple hair. Vision obviously gutted. They're not quite out of it, right? If the teams above them still do well in OWCS and directly qualify for Esports World Cup, they can still get their last chance qualifier slot. But now, their fate is out of their hands. Yeah, so now if you're a Vision fan, they need Twisted Minds and Qadsiah to both directly qualify for Esports World Cup, which honestly is really possible. But it means they can't do anything now. They just have to sit back and wait for the regular season and playoffs to find out. So we won't know their fate finally until the end of OWCS EMEA. I mean, if there's two teams you'd want to have to rely on in EMEA right now, maybe TM and Qadsiah are the teams you'd want to rely on. But tough. Tough now. What's in the box? Is it their phones? What's in the box? What's in the box? Yeah, it's their phones. You've won a mystery prize. You can take home all the prize money at the spot of a last chance qualifier, or you can have what's in the mystery box. What do you choose? Yeah, Violet and Donghun breaking it down, but what is there to break down? We're going to get a winner's interview here with Ziad. Qadsiah close it out 3-1 Arthur. Violet immediately on the POVs to find someone to blame.
والله صدق شعور جدا جميل. صح انه ما كان سويب 3-0 بس الحمد لله فزنا.
Diet Coke is my preference.
بغض النظر عن انها فول سويب او 3-1 او 3-2، لكن انا ابي اسالك عن سبب خسارتكم بهذه المباراه، رغم انه كان الفايت يعني ودي اسمع كان شعور الجمهور بعد الخساره هذيك، اخذتوا الفايت قلبوها عليكم، فايش اللي صار هنا بالضبط؟
صدق انا توقعنا كنا بنفوز.
You're a Coke Zero guy, and I guess we're sworn enemies.
مفكين على البوينت.
Next match is going to be TM versus Qadsiah. Maybe give it like 5-10 minutes after, because I don't know how long the break's going to be. I presume they're going to get out respect to Alcad. Give him a bit of like 15 minutes or so here.
انتم او تويستد مايند، فكيف تجهيزاتكم بالذات انها بتكون ضد تويستد
good night Abdul.
المباراه بدلا من بيست اوف 5 بتكون بيست اوف 7.
هو طبعا ما بتكون فيه ضد تويستد مايند، بيكون الجيم صعب في اخذ وعطاء من طرفين، بس باذن الله نكون جاهزين باذن الله.
تكونون جاهزين وبتكونون قدها اكيد، فاتمنى لكم التوفيق. شكرا لك زياد، يستاهل اقوى تحيه.
Pour some Dr Pepper Zero. It's fine. Go quick play? Nah, it's too warm to play games. Too warm to play games. We can just chill.
شكرا اكيد لك يا وجيه، ونقدر نقول الف مبروك.
He said it's disappointing that wasn't a 3-0. Fuck. Who do I want to win? Don't know really. I don't have too much of a, you know, players on both teams I like. But who do I think will win? Is maybe that one I can answer. I think TM are good for it actually. Maybe that's a hot take because Qadsiah seem in such top form, but I think TM are going to win actually. Do I think UB plays? I wouldn't be surprised. Depends what type of, especially like Alcad versus TM. We all know what type of matchups we're going to get, right? We're going to get, it's not going to look too dissimilar from this Vision series. We're going to get Diva Mirrors, could possibly get Malga. Orisa may be on the cards for both of them as well. So yeah, I think TM vote. Word on the street is they're the top team in scrims right now. The biggest problem for TM to solve maybe is this Sim Diva comp that Qadsiah are able to run in so many situations, but it's also always possible, right? If I'm TM, I'm not scared of a Sim mirror. You know, when Choi swaps onto Sim, it feels like it's curtains for Vision Esports, right? Or, sorry, for Team Vision. Because Choi's not played a lot of it, as in the hero, the team's not played a lot of a comp, but if UB's in and they swap to Sim, I don't know. It feels very different, right? That is very much in TM's wheelhouse. And I think it's going to be a big indication, right? Because if they played week 1 of OWCS, right? I think I missed it because I was away, but oh wait, I'm on the screen already. Am I remembering that right? They played week 1, and it was Alcad who won. Was it 3-2 in the end? Yeah, 3-2 for TM. But I think TM have come a pretty good way in this period of time. Like, you have to say, current form, Alcad do look better based on that last result, etc., etc., based on decimating VP. But I think it's going to be close, but I give TM the edge right now.
وبرضه ودي انوه نقطة عن فايلت قديش اداء كان كويس، يعني حتى بجونو شخصية ما تقتل، يقتل اثنين يطلع برا الفايت، فصراحة فايلت خدمني جدا مستواه.
Just for Violet clips? No, just good games. I mean, Qadsiah versus TM. I'd happily watch that most days of the week. Best of 7 for the finals here as well. Why'd they slow-mo him missing the spear?
واضح انهم كانوا يعني مجهزين للخصم بشكل جدا كويس، يعني حتى الماب القادسية خلينا نقول
I believe TM don't have a coach yet, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's just the players picking up, filling the role between them all. Obviously lots of experienced players, you know, like lots of smart players, UB, Astro, Psycho.
بدون ما يخسرون اي فايت تقريبا، والماب اللي بعدها كذلك شفنا افضليه تامه للفريق القادسية، فخلينا نقول فريق فيجن يعني قدم افضل ما عنده، لكن القادسية كان فريق افضل في جميع المقاييس في الاخير.
اكيد، والبراكت يظهر امامكم على الشاشات لاخر مباراه في
What do you think about the new Vision? I didn't expect them to be so good, honestly. Playing AQ close and beating them last time was pretty crazy. Yeah, you got to put this one here in the upper bracket. You got to put some caveats on because QLM played, and I think QLM's maybe somebody knows, but I'm pretty sure QLM is still in America, right? So he would have played on like super high ping, or was he back for this? I think he was still in America though. So there's like an asterisk over this win, right? But I think you're right in principle. That actually they're pretty close, and these are tough teams in this competition. Two of the top teams in EMEA right now. So it's nice. It's good that they're close. Obviously, again, they're using 3 Koreans, which obviously it can help. But yeah, I think they're okay considering all the talent they've imported. But this was their big shot. Obviously, they can get back into OWCS for stage 3 through Masters and everything like that. But this was their big shot, really, to try and sort of cheat the system a little bit and get a bit further than they otherwise could have from Masters. What happens if both Alcad and Team qualify for OWCS? Would Vision get the spot? If they qualify for Esports World Cup. Because remember, in OWCS EMEA, there's 3 spots for direct to Esports World Cup. If TM and Alcad get 2 of those 3 spots, they both have to do it now. They both have to get direct qualification. Then Vision will get the last chance qualifier spot. But if, say, TM get a last chance qualifier spot or something through EMEA OWCS, then Vision still don't get it, you know? It'll go, the last chance qualifier spot from OWCS will just go to the next OWCS team. So, Vision right now, they're rooting for TM and Alcad to both directly qualify. Yeah, normally they sub out Donghun when they play Face It Masters and Alba comes in. So now the expectation is they do the same thing there if they did get through to the last chance qualifier. That's what I'm hoping for, XWL. These teams have always been close when they play in Saudi E-League and stuff. So I'm hoping for a 7-map banger. Yeah, Face It Masters has the import rule too, whereas this tournament does not. This tournament has an import limit 3, but it counts everyone who's not a Saudi Arabian national as an import. Yeah, that's right, I see, that's right. Alright, let me get all these things done. So, let's update. The Twisted Minds versus Qadsiah. Oh, let me spell Qadsiah, alright, that would be helpful. Let me cut the VOD.